32.65 and then I don't think it's been working since then.
So, Stuart's going to play a video.
Is that playing already?
It might be.
Maybe not, if it's not on the screen it might be.
Okay guys, I think you get headsets all ready to go and I'll do you in. Alright, is it not live yet? No, but we are recording, so we're doing it like that.
You hear me okay?
Yeah, yeah, you hear me?
Yep, that's fine.
Yep.
Nice volume, that's good.
Could do with another start sheet. Margaret might be able to get one.
Margaret.
Margaret? Can you get us another start sheet, please?
How's it?
Do we need one?
How do we mute
Two,
ourselves? That's not me, I'm on 3. Right. Okay.
And I'm 2, am I? So mute.
Hey, so you're off now. Well, good morning and welcome everyone. Join us here at the Tollcross International Swimming Centre here in the East End of Glasgow. We're here for the Brodies Scottish Schools Championship 2020, start of a new decade for the Brodies Scottish Schools Championships. Looking forward to a great day of action. My name's Paul Noble. I'll be taking you through the action for this morning's session. Lots and lots for us to look forward to this morning. A number of different age groups will be taking part in this morning's events. We'll see a range of strokes as well. Some big names that we've seen coming through the ranks over the last few years, and also some up and coming youngsters, maybe some youngsters that you might not be familiar with. Here's the lineup for this morning. Very, very busy programme, as you can see. Start off with the girls 400 freestyle in the open age group, then we move through the age groups, the 12 and unders, right through to the 200 backstrokes at the end of the session. See lots and lots to look forward to. So heat declared winners this morning, with the exception of the 12 and under event. So the youngsters will have another chance to do it all again, and the finals for those 50-metre events for the 12 and unders will take place right at the end of the session. I'm joined this morning by Ian Wright, head coach of City of Glasgow swim team. Morning, Ian.
Good morning, Paul. How you doing?
All right, good. There's a lot of your City of Glasgow swimmers here. It's the home pool for them, of course.
It is. It's a great opportunity for everyone, but especially the home team. I was just marking off on the programme the swimmers that we've got competing, and it's good to see. I think we've got well over 20 or 30 people taking part this morning, so, and more throughout the day as well.
But of course they're not representing City of Glasgow here. It's a schools championship, so everyone is under their own school.
Exactly. So when we're looking at the programme, sometimes it's a little bit difficult. You see the school name and we're used to looking at the club name, and you have to check yourself sometimes to make sure you're talking about the right person.
Well, we'll get your insight on your own swimmers as well as other ones. Very experienced man, Ian, over the years.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been coming to this event for a long time now, almost too long it seems. You know.
I remember talking last year about how long the schools championships going. I mean, I was looking up on the internet. I think it was something like the 1950s or something was the very first incarnation of them. So it's been going a very, very long time. It's great to see such support as well. A big programme today and a big lineup for the swimmers.
Well, we've got 3 sessions in the day, all lasting about 3 hours in length. So it is a long day, and it usually draws in a good crowd as well. You can see already we've got a good crowd in this morning, and the parents and families come along and always love this one.
Yeah, it's quite a big venue, isn't it, Tollcross? I mean, we've had the major championships here in the past, Commonwealth Games of course back in 2014. We've had a couple of European Championships in the last couple of years, so a real top class venue, and sometimes it's a big venue. You need a kind of a decent crowd to make it a good atmosphere, don't you? But we've got that this morning in spades.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, I mean, there's several hundred people sat over there in the balcony that we can see just now, so that's really good turnout this morning, and there's probably more coming in as the day goes on. But you're right, this is one of the very best pools in Europe. Never mind Great Britain, you know, it's that's why it hosts these European events. And I was here at the European Short Course in December, and what a spectacle that was. It was a great meet, decorated slightly differently than it is today, but I'm sure the heat of the racing will be just as tough and exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll just be very keen competition all the way through. Yeah, we're looking over to the far side there as the officials come out. Lanes, of course, 10 lanes in this tow cross pool. We go from the left of your screen, lane 0, right down to lane 9 on the right hand side of your screen as we look at it now. That's going to catch us out. I'm sure that lane 0 always catches me out.
Oh yeah, you have to, again, it's like trying to remember which side it's at as well, you know, because again at the Europeans they reversed it the other way around for the television, so... Oh,
don't tell me, don't tell me. We'll stick with that lane 0 on the left. Let's hope we don't make too many mistakes as we go through. Someone's coming out for the very first event, which is the girls 400 metres freestyle. Again, as we said, a range of age groups. So this is an open event, essentially. There's no age groups in this one.
Yeah, so you can see people, I think today we've got a range of 15 and 16 year olds, but you could have 13 to 18 year olds in this in theory, so it looks like the ones have entered. Well, we've got one 18 year old, I think, or two in there. Claire and Rebecca are 18, everyone else is 15 or 16, so, and it's just one heat of the 400. A lot of the races today will have 2 heats, but these 400s just have the one.
So there's a heat declared winner. So the medalists will be decided from this one and only heat. Line up, as you saw just on the caption previously, Claire Wallace goes in the very top lane there, in lane number 0 from Eastwood High School. Got Natasha Simpson, Edinburgh Academy in 1, Elise McQueenie, Uddingston in 2, Katie Shanahan, Bishop Briggs in 3, Rebecca Reid from Harlow Academy in 4, Kaylin Hall, Bridget Dawn in 5, Mary Craig, Stirling High in 6, Catherine Bailey from Kilgraston in 7, Olivia Mason in 8 from Trinity Academy. We've got no swimmer in lane number 9 for this one. So Rebecca Reid and Kaylin Hall in pole position, 4:26.28 and 4:26.93 in qualification. But probably the favourite may well be lane 3, Katie Shanahan, who has had, well, was one of your swimmers here and had an incredible year last year.
Yeah, Katie has done extremely well in the past year, not just as an age grouper, but she's kind of starting to break into the senior ranks as well. Ranked 4th in Great Britain for 200 backstroke at the moment, but she had a great summer in 2017, got 6 medals, 3 gold and 3 silver at the European Youth Olympics, and bronze medal at the European Junior Championships as well in the 400 metre individual medley. So she is one of Britain's, not just Scotland's, best junior up-and-coming swimmers, and you can see she's already started to take the lead here in this event.
Yeah, that blue cap there, Katie Shanahan, just leading them through as they come up to the 100. Rebecca Reid and Kaylin Hall inside her. Also going well 2 lanes down in the early stages there, Catherine Bailey. And Katie Shanahan, though, looking absolutely supreme. And she was in lane number 3. She wasn't the fastest for the entry times, and that's because the entry times are based on regional heats.
That's right. The regional heats take place all around the country in different pools on different dates, and it's not easy to compare the times when we come here because you're just not sure exactly what circumstances the competition was held under. So you can sometimes find people like Katie might not be in the middle lane. She's out there in lane 3, but you can see she's clearly dominating this race. Just above Katie in lane 2 is Elise McQueenie. She's one of Katie's teammates, also swims for Glasgow. And going well down here in lane 7 is Catherine Bailey. She's in 2nd place at the moment.
Yeah, that pink hat of Catherine Bailey is just holding Probably the more favoured swimmers in the centre lanes, Rebecca Reid and Kaylin Hall. Well known for their distance swimming, and maybe even longer than 400 on a couple of occasions for Kaylin Hall. I think she won the 1500, didn't she, at the Scottish Championships, dominated that one.
Kaylin is definitely a distance swimmer. She swims a lot of events, including breaststroke, but 1500 is one of her preferred races, that's for sure.
We're going over halfway, and well, Katie Shanahan absolutely dominating this one, and it looks like she is going to be tough to catch, even though we're just over halfway through. Katie Shanahan going along very nicely. We'll keep an eye on the Scottish Schools records as we go along here.
It's a pretty tough record, this one, the 4:17.86. I don't think Katie's going to be quite at that. She's probably got it in her to do that one day, but out in 2:08, so it is possible, but I think she's probably just going to be drift outside that, I think, when it comes to the end, but no doubt that she's dominating the race.
And what would be our goals for this year? Big year, of course, for a number of swimmers. Tokyo on the horizon, of course.
Well,
is that realistic for Katie? Maybe a little bit too young just now.
I don't want to say too much about those kind of things at that, because you don't want to build her up before she's got there, but she's certainly heading in that direction, whether it be this year or future years. It might come a bit too early this year, but as I say, going fourth in Great Britain in 200 backstroke, fifth in the medleys, she should be in the final at the Olympic trials, in with a chance of finishing in the top, on the podium anyway, and then it's really down to what sort of times they do and what the selectors think. But more realistic for her will be the European Junior Championships in Aberdeen this year, and she certainly looked to go to that one again, make her second appearance at the juniors and see what she can do, maybe go for gold medal at the European Juniors this year after bronze in 2019.
Well, you're watching one of the top junior swimmers in the world here, Katie Shanahan, listed as 16 years of age on the programme, on the event programme. She's that's the age at the end of the year. She's just still 15, Katie.
Yeah, 15, won't be 16 until the back end of June. So yeah, these ages that we see on the programme are as at the 31st of December.
Here she comes into the final 5 metres now, Katie Shanahan. The clock just ticking over at 4:23.62. Dominant performance there for Katie, well done. First Scottish Schools title in the bag for Katie Shanahan. In second position, looks like Rebecca Reid will just take that from Catherine Bailey. Rebecca Reid finishing very strongly there. And that looks like that will be the 3 medalists. Katie Shanahan taking gold, Rebecca Reid with the silver, and Catherine Bailey with the bronze. It was very tight at the end, only 0.12 of a second separating second and third position.
Yeah, and although we spoke a lot about Katie there, that was actually pretty good swimming from Rebecca and Catherine, for both going 4:28. Going under the 4:30 mark is always a good standard for girls, especially at this time of the season. I think they'll both be happy with that.
Yeah. So the first medals decided. I move swiftly on to the next event, which is the men's 400 freestyle. Again, just one heat of this one. We have right at the top there Cameron Bilsland from Uddingston in 0, Keir Buchanan from Straven in 1, Cameron Allison from Stranraer Academy in 2, Ryan Duncan from Monifieth in 3, Jack Munsey, that's centre lane, lane number 4 from Kinross High School, Liam McLaughlin from Gillespie's in 5, Michael Flynn Cumbernauld in 6, Matthew Brown, Robert Gordon's College in 7, Stuart Kingdom in 8 from William Wood High School, and Nathan Grimley from St Kentigern's in lane number 9. In fact, can't see lane number 9 taking the start, so it looks like we're down with 8 swimmers there in the centre lanes, Jack Munsey and Liam McLaughlin. Well, they may well be fighting this one out, Ian.
Yeah, I think the entries suggest we maybe have a 3-way fight here between Jack, Liam in 4 and 5 and Ryan Duncan in lane 3, but Jack, again, he's one of Scotland's leading junior swimmers at the moment, and he's in with the fastest entry time of a 4:06, which is probably done short course, and this being long course, we might expect the time to be slightly slower than that, but I'm sure Liam McLaughlin in lane 5, he's from Warrender, swims there under the coaching of Kostas Kalitsis at Warrender in Edinburgh. but something for James Gillespie's school here today.
Yeah, it does look like the big three are forging ahead. Jack Munsey, Liam McLaughlin and Ryan Duncan. Jack Munsey in the middle of the leading three there.
Jack, again, good across all the range of freestyle events, I think. Liam tends to specialise more on the longer ones. He's won this, I think he won the Scottish Open title for 1500 back in the summer. So we'd expect him to be strong at the finish as well. So going very close together at the moment.
Yeah, coming up to halfway point now. Almost stroke for stroke there. And Jack Munsey keeping an eye on Liam McLaughlin as they come into this halfway point. Ryan Duncan not out of it yet.
No, it looks like a bit of a tactical battle, this, to me. The times are 2:05, 2:06, which is not incredibly fast going out. So maybe they're just kind of watching each other here and seeing who's where they are over the first half, and then we might expect to see someone try and make a move now, maybe down this length or the next one.
Yeah, leading to now, maybe just stretching away from Ryan Duncan from Monifaith High School. Jack Munsey representing Kinross High School, of course swimming at Perth, who've got a real pedigree of freestylers over the years.
Turning exactly together there, Jack and Liam. 3 lengths to go. Can't tell who's going to get this yet.
Jack Munsey just with that edge now as they come down to the 300 mark. Maybe just a very, very slight advantage there, and he's breathing towards Liam McLaughlin, as he said, as they're coming down to the end of the 100. So he'll have that advantage as they come down to the 400. This is the 300 mark, 309, so and about a 104-ish for that 100.
Nicely moving into third place is now Cameron Allison in lane 2. He's just hauled himself ahead of Ryan, but I don't think he can catch these front two now. It's going to be between these two for the gold. They start to wind it up as we come into the final turn.
Does look like it may well be two private battles for gold and silver, and again for bronze and fourth position. Ryan Duncan struggling to keep pace with Cameron Allison. Cameron Allison in the position for that bronze medal, but look at this, what a tussle for the gold and silver this is going to be.
There's only 4 100ths of a second between them at the turn, and now it's a real fight to the finish. Liam McLaughlin's just got his edge, his hands ahead at the moment, but it's anyone's race still to go.
Well, Liam McLaughlin maybe just for the edge here, coming into the red zone at the end. Munsey trying to come back, but Liam McLaughlin will get that one in 4:10.22. Well, it was a head-to-head that it was promised on the entry times. Liam McLaughlin was the stronger in the closing stages. He takes it from Jack Munsey, and he'll be delighted with that swim. As you said, Ian, very much a tactical battle there. It was a head-to-head down that last 50, and McLaughlin was the stronger.
Yeah, I mean, a really good finish from him. He's a good 1500 swimmer, as we said, so not surprised to see him finishing strongly. He often does that in his races, but you know, he was up against a tough swimmer in Jack Munsey, and he'll be delighted with that. I think they both negative split that race. They were out in 2:05 and back in 2:04 for a 4:10. So anyone who negative splits a 400 and wins it has done a really good job. So well done to those two.
Yeah, it was certainly a great race. Second race of the morning, and Cameron Allison did come through to take that bronze medal position. So we do have medal presentations to take place all the way through this morning's session at various intervals.
Presenting the girls and the boys, do we now, for the 400s? Certainly the girls coming up.
Yeah, certainly scheduled for the two presentations here. Scott Haxton, the president of the Scottish School of Swimming, making these presentations. And the bronze medalist from Kilgraston was Catherine Bailey. She had a good race there, was in contention right from the start for the medals.
Yeah, it was excellent swimming.
And Rebecca Reid just edging that silver medal from Catherine Bailey. 0.12 of a second was the advantage, but no doubt about the winner. Katie Shanahan takes another schools title. I remember we were just talking earlier about Katie probably winning her first one, which probably about 3 years ago.
Yeah, I think I remember commentating with you when she won the 50 backstroke for the 11 and 12-year-olds. So, you know, again, 50 backstroke then, 400 freestyle today. Katie's, again, another one of those swimmers who's got a range of events to her portfolio.
Yeah, very much an all-rounder. Watch out.
See her again later in the 200 freestyle, I think.
And Cameron Allison taking the bronze medal for the race we've just seen. Boys 400 metres freestyle. And a real head-to-head for the gold and silver. Silver medal on this occasion, Jack Munsey. Just outpowered on that last 50 by a very impressive finish there from Liam McLaughlin, representing Gillespie's. So well done, boys. Good couple of races for us to start with there.
Yep, excellent racing. All swimmers, all 6 medalists there, swimmers we'll see again, I'm sure, throughout the season this year. Scottish age groups coming up in a couple of months' time, Olympic trials, Scottish championships, British championships. They're all going to be competing at those events.
And some of the swimmers who might be making maybe one of their debuts here in a major Scottish event. We move to the girls 12 years and under, 50 metres backstroke. 12 years and under events, those that are not heat declared winners. So this will be a heat. Try and qualify for the final at the end of the session. One length of the pool for these 12 and unders. Molly Thompson from Anderson's goes up there in 0. Mirren McConnell, St Andrews Primary School in 1. Emma Silcock, Conley Park in 2. Emma Jupp from Robert Gordon's in 3. Isla Dobson 4 from Hutchinson Grammar. Irene Ferris, St Lucy's in 5. Millie Colville in 6 from Belmont. Isla Wetton, Stenton in 7. Caitlin Parnaby from Milne in 8. And Laurie Joyce, Pink Caithland in lane number 9. All about qualification here. Very good start in lane number 4 from Isla Dobson. Fastest qualifying time, and she is certainly means business in this heat, trying to make sure of that place in the final. Couple of lanes down. Looks maybe like might be Isla Witten in second place, but it's very, very close here for second, third and fourth. Isla Dobson may will take this one. Who's going to be second? It is Isla Witten in second position, with Irene Ferris in third, I think, and Nora McConnell in fourth. Just 1/100th ahead of Emma Jupp in fifth position there, so that could be vital when it comes to the finalists.
Yeah, 37, all, 5 swimmers on 37 or faster, so that's a good standard as we go into this second heat, and these girls are going to have to really push themselves to make the final here.
Well, Isla Dobson looks like she's made sure of that. I wonder if anyone can step up in this second heat. There's the lineup: Ashley Anderson, Emily Easton, Molly Poyser, Ailey McNichol, Phoebe Arbuckle, Isla Gilmurray, Lucy McNair, Cara McDonald, Caitlin Reid and Jenna Park right down there in lane number 9. We've seen the first heat. Anyone dip under that 37.5 second mark?
Well, Phoebe Arbuckle's in lane 4. She's wearing the distinctive Warrender hat, her club hat rather than her school hat, so we know where she's from. But it's a great start down in lane 8, I think, here from Caitlin Reid, going really well. Another Edinburgh-based swimmer.
Yeah, the red cap of Phoebe Arbuckle, maybe just edging it here. But Caitlin Reid as well is still holding on here, but Phoebe Arbuckle trying to come through, holding off the challenge of Ailey McNichol now at the end. It's very tight at the end. Arbuckle does get that, 37.01. Caitlin Reid, that should secure her place in the final, 37.24. And Ailey McNichol on 37.51. And Isla Gilmurray, 37.64. may well have secured their place in that final.
And I think Molly Poyser as well. Anyone who went to 37 has made it through, I think. By the looks of it, there's the finalists. We can see that on the scoreboard. It's not on the screen, but if you went under 38, you've made the top 10 there. So that's what the standard was needed, and it's good swimming. It's going to be a close final.
It's going to be extremely close. Certainly the second 5 separated by something like a tenth of a second there. Shows you how close it can be in these 50 metres events. On to the boys now. And there is the lineup. Ismail Shalabi right at the top. George Hamer in 1. Aaron Drake in 2. Ethan Collins 3. Oscar Churnside in 4. Lewis Stevenson in 5. Toby Bullock in 6. Matthew Herbert in 7. Jake Breaton in 8. And James Aberdeen down there in lane number 9. Again, looking at the entry times. Oscar Churnside for Inverurie. Entry time of 34.45. Scottish Schools record is only 34.04. So might be a chance for Oscar Churnside in this first heat to challenge that mark.
Then we've got an even faster ranked swimmer in the second heat, so could be close here. Have to watch out for these records.
So Churnside in that yellow cap, doing us a favour. We can pick him out easily in that bright yellow cap in lane number 4. Lewis Stevenson in lane number 5 alongside him. Stevenson right up into his stroke. Churnside under the water for a long time. He's come up behind Lewis Stevenson. No, Stevenson in that white cap has got the advantage here. Toby Bullock in lane number 6 going well, and also in lane 3 Ethan Collins from St Brendan's Primary School going well too. Oscar Churnside though starting to power through in the second half of this one. Stevenson had the best start, but Churnside is definitely going to have the best finish here. He's going to take this one. It's going to be 36.49 for Oscar Churnside. Lewis Stevenson in 3rd, just ahead of Ethan Collins there. It was close for 2nd and 3rd, but Churnside didn't get the best of starts, but came through in the end.
That's right, he had a very fast stroke rate, and I think that's probably what helped him get ahead there. Slightly behind at the start, but his higher stroke rate powered him through, and he kept that going in the last 20 metres as well to hold off the challenge of Stevenson, who is a Milngam Bearsden swimmer, I think. The son of one of my friends who I used to coach back in Edinburgh back in the day. So good to see swimming staying in the family there.
Well, we'll see. Should make the final with that second possession time with Stevenson, but it does depend on this second heat. Riley O'Shea, Max Christie, Thomas Pritchard, Declan Kay, Corey Phillip, Tom Jeffords, Alfie Smith, Ryan Calder, Kieran Hart and James Geddes. That is the lineup. Corey Phillip from Lawhead, very much the favourite here. 33.26 is his qualification time. The Scottish Schools record standing at 34.04. So Corey Phillip, and that was a good start from Corey Phillip there. Declan Kay from McMurray Primary School also going well in lane number 3, and Tom Jeffords on the other side of Corey Phillip. But have a look at this, Corey Phillip from Lawhead challenging that record, I think, in the heats here. The record stands at 34.04. Is he going to take this one? It's a dominant performance by Corey Phillip here, coming into the last 5 now. Keep an eye on the clock, and Corey Phillip, he's inside it, 33.40, and that is our first Scottish Schools record of the day. Corey Phillip, 33.40, and the record has gone.
Very quick swimming from Corey Phillip. The Lawhead from Lawhead School there. 33 for 4 seconds clear of the second place swimmer, James Geddes. Again, 37 seconds there, so 37 again is going to get through to the final. That's the top 10 lineup there. 38.76 making it through to the final.
Well, Corey Phillip, wow, that was incredible. Got a great start and just followed that up right the way to the wall there. Corey Phillip from Lawheads. Well, he's got the record. It's only half job done though, isn't it? Final still to come a little bit later this session.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that goes in the final. You never can tell, but he's a strong favourite at the moment.
Event 105 is the girls' 200 metres breaststroke. 2 heats for this one. Grace Stephen in 0 from Armadale. Leah Payton in 1 from Ellen Academy. Amy McLeod from Hutchinson Grammar in 2. Tegan Black from Dunbar Primary School in 3. Alicia Goodbrand from Ellen Academy in 4. Ava Kirkham, Grangemouth High in 5. Perry Scobie from Dollar Academy in 6. Emma Russell from James Young in 7. Beth Hunter in 8 from Park Mains, and Rebecca Owens from Woodmill down there in lane number 9. Red cap in the centre belongs to Alicia Goodbrand from Ellen Academy. Again, no final in this one. Heat declared. Winners across the 2 heats.
And
so
the faster ranked swimmers will be in heat 2 in these 200 metre events, so it's for the first heat to really set a standard if they can, and lay down a marker for the second heat to try and beat. 3 girls in a line here. Amy McLeod, she's one of the City of Glasgow swimmers in lane 2, is now challenging the 2 girls in the middle, Elisa Goodbrand and Ava Kirkham, and they're going to touch at the 100 metre mark fairly close together.
Yeah, halfway point now. Very close at the turn there. Ava Kirkham maybe just with the edge of that blue cap. Just edging. Alicia Goodbrand started a very positive start there. Amy McLeod also going well. You said, Ian, in the early stages here, looks like the top 3 are away, but Ava Kirkham has come off that wall very strongly.
She has indeed, and she's wearing the first hat. That suggests to us that she's from the first team based out of Falkirk and Grangemouth, and coached there probably by Andrew Addison, who's the head coach of the first squad. She's pulling away now very nicely down this third 50. Also going well in lane 8 is Beth Hunter from Park Main School, wearing the Ren 96 cap. She's starting to catch up, challenging for that top 3. But no doubt now that having been close together at the 100, she's now 6 metres clear, is Ava Kirkham, going really well.
Yeah, very, very strong second half of this race from Ava Kirkham. It's, 3 swimmers all in a row. Amy McLeod finishing very well. Tegan Black coming into contention for the 2nd or 3rd position here. 3 swimmers at the top there, but they're not going to catch Ava Kirkham, who has swum this really well. The Grangemouth High swimmer looking to dip under the 3-minute mark for this one. Entry time of 2:57. She's improved that to 2:55. Great swim there from Ava Kirkham. That second half, very impressive.
Yeah, very good swimming to finish at 2:55 from Ava. Getting second place, it was Tegan Black by the look of it. Just got her hands on the wall ahead of Amy McLeod. Around about 3:02 were they? It's gone off the screen. So we'll just wait for the confirmation to come up.
Yeah, Tegan Black coming from a long way back there at the halfway point.
Yeah.
Again, she had a good finish. So a little bit of a technical issue there with the scoreboard. Not sure if there's going to be a disqualification or not. It's often when the screen goes blank, it's not good news for someone. Not always.
No, well, indeed, you're right. We've had a disqualification there. Rebecca Owens, unfortunately disqualified. We're not sure what that was for. But again, no doubt about the winner. That's a good time to set for Heat 2 to now try and challenge. We've got people ranked in the 240s here, but again, they're probably from short course heat swims. So it could be,
Yeah, well, outside chance
Yep.
of maybe sneaking a medal here for Ava Kirkham. We'll keep an eye on the times for this second heat. This is where the medals will be decided. Erica Watt from St Columbus in lane 0. Lucy McPartland, Ochterarda in 1. Ailey Robertson from Kyle Academy in 2. Sarah McNaughton from Watson's in 3. Charlotte Hardy from Wellington in 4. Ellen McPhee from Calderhead, she goes in lane 5. Rebecca Cole from Lark Hall in 6. Amelia Ray from St Columbus in 7. Cassie Wiper from William Wood in lane 8. And Megan Collins completes the lineup from Edinburgh Academy in lane number 9. In terms of the entry time, Charlotte Hardy and Ellen McPhee were the only ones in the 2:40 range, and well, Charlotte Hardy off to a good start.
Charlotte Hardy's off to an excellent start, well clear at the moment, picked up a 2-second lead down the first 50, going well in lanes 2 and 3 are Ailey Robertson and Sarah McNaughton, closely followed by Ellen McPhee in lane 5, and also again lane 8 having a good swim, that's Cassie Wiper, wearing the East Kilbride hat. One of the teams not too far from here, swimming for William Wood High School here today.
Well, it's kind of closing up a little bit as they come down to that halfway stage. 121.90 for Charlotte Hardy there.
Yeah, and Ava Kirkham turned at 125, but then put in a really strong third 50, so we'll have to see what happens here. It's lane 3 coming through really well now. That's Sarah McNaughton.
Sarah McNaughton taking up the running here as they come into this final turn. And again, another swimmer as we saw with that first heat with a very, very strong second half. And she has gone well ahead of Charlotte Hardy at this stage. And there's clear water between Sarah McNaughton and the rest of the field. She's going over there in 204.25, so Sarah McNaughton in with a great shout here claiming gold. I don't know if anyone's going to be able to respond to this one.
No, 204, she's pulled right clear, she's 5-6 metres ahead of Charlotte Hardy, and Ellen McPhee coming back a little bit now in lane 5. But the Sarah McNaughton, the George Watson's school swimmer from Edinburgh, has this under control. She's going to get the gold medal. I'm pretty sure it's going to be faster than Ava Kirkham's time.
Oh, into the final stages now. It is Sarah McNaughton who's going to take this one. Another great swim in the second half for this 200 breaststroke. She takes it in 246.97. It's going to be a silver medal for Charlotte Hardy in 251. And Ailey Robertson 253.37 will be enough to claim bronze, just ahead of Cassie Wiper there in 254.17. But a great second half there. Sarah McNaughton, excellent swim there.
Really, really excellent swimming. 246 out in, I think, was she 122 maybe at the 100 metres. Came back really well. It just shows you if you want to be even at the age group level winning races, you've got to finish strongly. You've got to do the back half of your race, whether it's 100, a 200 or a 400. Your second half of your race has got to be really strong if you want to be successful.
Yeah, we certainly saw that with the girls in both heats actually. Ava Kirkham, I think in the end finished 5th, I think, so not too far away from the medals.
So, yeah. 5th or 6th.
5th or 6th, yeah. Maybe 6th, yeah. As we move on to another girls 200 metres breaststroke, this time for the 15-16 years age group. Kira Sterker, Kyle Academy in 0. Natasha Phillips in 1 from Webster's High School. Susan Orr from St Andrews Academy in 2. Isla Walker from Vale Leven in 3. Cara Johnson Watsons in 4. Kira Davidson from High School of Glasgow in 5. Imogen Collins from Taylor High School in 6. Emma Simpson in 7 from Fraserburgh Academy. Summer Innes from Whitburn Academy in 8. And Innes Donald from Edinburgh Academy goes in lane number 9. Again, 2 heats in this one. In terms of the entry times, Ian, this one promises to be very tight indeed. Just less than 2 seconds separating all the swimmers.
Yeah, so we could be in for a good race. Kira Davidson doesn't want it to be close though. She's looking like she's going to take this race on, take the race to the rest of the field. She's got 2 or 3 second lead already after the first length. Looking really strong. She'll slow down a little bit now, and maybe the field will come back to her a bit. But the others are all in a line with Kira Davidson out in the front.
And again, this one will set the target for the heat to come. And as we saw from Ava Kirkham, if you can post a good time, you've got a decent chance of maybe trying to sneak onto that medal podium. Kira Davidson certainly leading the rest, and well, we thought it would be close, certainly for second place. It's a fight between probably about 4 or 5 swimmers there, separated by very, very small margins. Might just be Imogen Collins who got the touch there at the halfway point, but Kira Davidson still looking very strong with that yellow cap. There.
She's going very well. Lane 2 starting to make a little bit of a move, but there's great technique there we see on the head-on shot from Kira. Really getting into a good stretch with position and getting the narrow shoulders as she drives forward with the legs. That's great streamlining, and certainly helping her to stay at the front of this field. Lane 3 has picked up a little bit now. That's Isla Walker coming into contention in second place.
Yeah.
30 meters to go.
Yeah, just increasing the stroke rate as she comes in to this final length now. It's halfway gone. A 25 metre mark there. So 25 metres to come now. Kira Davidson has swum this well. Entry time of 2:53. The clock just ticking over at just about 2:40. So she's going to be inside that entry time. It is a good finish in lane number 3 from Isla Walker. She's been chased by Susan Orr, but Kira Davidson is coming home, and she's going to touch just on the 2:50 mark there, 2:50.48. I've seen some good swims this morning already, and that was another good one from Kira Davidson.
Swimming. Really good technique there from Kira. I was impressed with that. And swimming out for the High School of Glasgow, and that'll put the ranks for the Heat 2 are faster than that, but you know, we'll have to wait and see what happens here. It's a strong second heat, and but that's certainly set the marker for it. 2 minutes 50.48.
Yeah, Isla Walker did get third, just ahead of Susan Orr. Those two finishing strongly in Mcdonald in 4th position as the second and final heat in this age group. And now Sophie Smith from Nicholson Institute in lane 0, Katie Brennan from Cardinal in 1, Mary McLennan from Nicholson Institute in 2, Lucy Trotter from Watson's in 3, Nuala Gow from Turriff Academy in 4, Fern Crichton from Perth High School in 5. We have Lauren McDonald going in lane number 6 from Lochaber High School, Sashka Wade from Glasgow Academy in 7, Molly Cannon from St Columbus in 8, and Robin Gargan goes in lane number 9 from Larva High School.
Yeah, some very good breaststrokers in this field from Saskia Wade. Now, if this was a 100-metre short course race, we'd be saying Saskia Wade would be the favourite. One of the City of Glasgow swimmers swimming for Glasgow Academy in lane 7. But it's long course, it's 200, and she's going to be challenged strongly by a number of other girls. Nuala Gow, Lucy Trotter, Fern Crichton, Amy Watson as well. They're all in contention here.
Yeah, an embarrassment of riches here in this second heat of the girls 15-16 at 200 metres breaststroke. Well, Sashka Wade went out very strongly, but she's now being just about overhauled by Nuala Gow in the top of those two yellow lanes. That's lanes 4 and 5, the yellow lane markers. And at the halfway point, Nuala Gow has gone over in first position, just about a second or so, half a second between her and Sashka Wade at the halfway mark.
Well, that's good splitting for the first 100, 117.9 for Nuala, 118.5 for Saskia. About 2 seconds clear of lane 5, Fern Crichton. And it's looks like a strong third 50 from both Nuala and Saskia here. They've paced it well, they're holding on and they're digging deep. Nuala's just got the edge, pulling away slightly. It's going to be come down to the last 50 as to whether Saskia can put in a big finish and catch up the marginal lead that Nuala's just got now.
Yeah, Nuala Gow, that small lead is certainly not decisive at this stage as they go over that final turn. Sashka Wade, a good turn there, good underwater work, bringing her right alongside Nuala Gow here.
Yeah, there was a good splitting on about 42, 43 seconds on their third 50. Can they hold that now? There's going to be around 2:43, 2:44 if they do that, which will definitely be quicker than the first heat. Doula's looking strong though as she comes into the finish, the last 15 metres, just ahead of Sashka.
Yeah, Noga holding that technique now into the final stages here. Looks like she is going to hold off the challenger, Sashka Wade here. It's going to be Noga, will be the schools champion. She touches in a time of 2:41.79, just ahead of Sashka Wade, 2:42.87. And the third spot, well, not sure
Lucy,
if that time for Fern Crichton came up there. It could be Fern Crichton possibly. We haven't got a time for her, but no doubt about the top two, Noga and Sashka Wade taking that one. A real fight there, a real head-to-head all the way through, but Noga was the stronger.
It was really good swimming, 2:41, 2:42, both really good times for those girls. I know that's a personal best for Sashka, definitely there. She'll be delighted with that time, although I'm sure she was keen to win the race as well, but it went to Doula. There's the confirmation. Fortunately, we do have a disqualification from Laura Mcdonald and Lena.
Well, it does look like Lucy Trotter come up there to take the bronze medal. Yeah, Laura Mcdonald, one of the reserves there in lane number 6. She unfortunately was disqualified there, but Lucy Trotter taking that bronze medal, 2:49.
Lucy from Heart of Midlothian Swimming Club just sneaked ahead there of Fern Crichton in that final 5 metres.
Yeah, Fern Crichton and Lucy Trotter only just ahead of Kira Davidson that won that first heat as well. Oh, one and only heat of the girls 17-19 years, 200 metres breaststroke. Hayley Douglas from Baclair Academy goes at the top there in lane number 0. Hannah Mayo goes in lane 1 from Lindsay. No swimmer taking the start in lane number 2. In lane 3 we have Nicole Reynolds from DNA College. Yvonne Brown in lane number 4 representing Calderside. Shona Graham from High School of Dundee in 5. Daisy Wisely from Dingwall Academy in 6. Ellie Forsyth from Uddingston in 7. Ailsa Kellis from Balweary in 8, and Emma Kavanagh in lane number 9. Leading 2, Yvonne Brown and Shona Graham. I can remember it. Yvonne Brown over the last couple of years performing very well at these schools championships.
Yeah, Yvonne's one of the top female swimmers in Scotland across a number of events. Breaststroke, medley, butterfly, she's very good. Swims under coach Andy Figgins at East Kilbride Swimming Club, and today representing Calderside School, and she is the strong favourite for this race, and she always finishes strongly as well, so she's got a lead, and I would expect her to maintain that now in the second half of the race. Out in 1:15.6 ahead of Shona Graham, who turns at 1:18, and Shona's well clear of the rest of the field.
The one thing I do remember about Yvonne Brown over the past couple of years, she's always a very, very slight figure. She always competed against the bigger frame people like Katie Robertson, and she was always a lot smaller, but just shows the technique that she had.
Well, that's it. Technique is paramount, and it doesn't matter how tall or small you are. If you've got good technique, you can swim fast. So technique trumps everything else really when it comes to swimming. You've got to get your technique right, practice it all the time, and you've seen it in the past with people like Hannah Miley, who's maybe not as big as some of her competitors, but because she's got such good technique and such good fitness, she can outdo people, and Yvonne Brown's a little bit like that as well, and pulling away here well clear now, maybe almost 10 metres clear of Shona Graham, who in herself is 10 metres clear of, I think it's lane 3 in third place, Nicole Reynolds.
Yeah, well, here comes Yvonne Brown. The school's record stands at 2:34.73. It's not going to quite get that, but it's going to be very close indeed at 2:36.39. Dominant performance. Yvonne Brown is the school's champion. She is ahead of Shona Graham. She challenged Yvonne Brown in the early stages, couldn't keep pace in that second half of the race, and it will be, I think, Nicole Reynolds just coming in for third spot to claim that bronze medal. So Yvonne Brown, Shona Graham and Nicole Reynolds But Yvonne Brown, another impressive performance here.
Yeah, it's a really good swim. I don't think it's her best time, but she'll be happy with a 2:36 here today at the start of the long course season. She certainly technically very good, and was always in control of that race, never in doubt. And it'll be a good practice for her as she moves on to bigger races in the next few weeks. I'm sure she's targeting the Olympic trials in April as one of her main events, and she can certainly be a challenger to make finals at that if she's in good form.
Yeah, so this Scottish Schools Championship, we've seen already, we've got some of the top performers like Yvonne Brown, like Katie Shanahan, right down to the youngsters, the 12-year-olds. A real range of competitors here at the Schools Championship. Great to see. Presentations now taking place for those 200 metre breaststroke events. First one is the girls at 13-14 years. Bronze medal goes to Ailey Robertson from Kyle Academy. Charlotte Hardy taking the silver medal position, and Sarah McNaughton with that gold medal. Swimmers come forward for the photographs, the all-important photographs.
Yeah, the customary photograph that'll no doubt get posted around the social media perhaps later on today and take back to their schools, and so it's good. You know, often swimming doesn't get a lot of talk in schools. You know, often football, hockey, rugby are the big sports at schools, but it's good for the swimmers to be able to go back to their school and say, look, I'm the national champion, I've got a medal at the national schools championships, and often they get represented with that in their assemblies or in their classes, so it's good for the swimmers to get this recognition.
Yeah, absolutely. Schools very proud of their swimmers. And as you said before, they are representing the schools now, not representing their clubs. Lucy Trotter taking that bronze medal. That great finish there from Lucy Trotter, just getting in ahead of Fern Crichton. Saskia Wade.
Saskia Wade, it was a great swim from Saskia, PB from her, but we're going to see her again later in the 100 metre freestyle. I don't think that's this session, but this afternoon or tonight she's going again in another race, and I'm sure Doula is as well, but I'm not sure if it'll be the 100 free. Maybe she's in the 100 breast. Very good breaststroke swimmer, Doula.
Yeah, Nuala Gow taking that one from Turriff Academy. Nuala Gow. Another great swim. It's a nice head-to-head, that one, wasn't it? Sashka Wade and Nuala Gow, but Nuala Gow very strong in the closing stages here.
Yeah, another example of good technique.
Yeah. The smallest in height of the three medalists there.
Well, she had a good technique, but she also maintained a high stroke rate as well with it, and obviously had the fitness to do that. You know, if you're going to go fast stroke, you've got to be fit and good endurance behind you to be able to maintain it, and she did just that.
Girls 17, 19 years. Nicole Reynolds taking the bronze medal. Shauna Graham with the silver medal. And Yvonne Brown taking that gold medal. Dominant performance, really. When they got into probably about just before halfway, you couldn't really see past Yvonne Brown there.
No, she was the strong favourite. She's very experienced swimmer now. Yvonne has competed, well, not just in the age group, but she's right up there when it comes to senior swimming in Scotland, and competed against a lot of the big names, so she knew how to handle that race.
I look forward to seeing Yvonne Brown in the big events to come this year. We look forward to possibly seeing her again here
later today, yeah.
Yeah. I think the swimmers maximum of 3 events. The swimmers can have 2 events.
They can do more in the regional heats, but you can only do 2 events. Well, the 13 and overs can do 2 events. The 12 and unders are limited to 1 50-metre race only. So they have to choose. Sometimes they might have raced 2 or 3 different ones in their heats, but then they have to choose which one they're going to go forward with. And it's sometimes a little bit of a guessing game as to which one might be the best for you, because you don't know which your rivals are going to choose either. So you can only go one 50-metre race for the 12 and unders. That's deliberate in order to try and get as many 12 and unders involved in the competition as possible. It also gets more spectators and families involved. But for the 13 and overs, it's a maximum of 2 swims. You can choose which 2 from your heat performances. I think you have to finish in the top 3 in your heat, in your regional swim, and then you can be nominated for the national. But you decide which 2 you go forward for.
Yeah, tactics coming into play choosing these events, that's for sure. We are underway in
right, anyway.
Oh, you're the expert, Ian, you're the oracle. Boys 13 years, 200 metres individual medley is underway. We're halfway through actually. Lucas Johnson from Robert Gordon's College going in 0. Peter Stark from Shawlands in 1. Luke Johnson in 2 from St Maurice's. We have Greg Hall, Bridget Dawn in 3. Finlay Nelson, Stranraer in 4. Robert Carlisle in Cordervale in 5. Owen Kilmas from Wick in 6. Lewis Gray from St Columbus in 7. Lewis Brander from Grove Academy in 8th, and Jack Doherty Simpson from Bishop Briggs going in lane number 9. Well, we've had one of the swimmers pull up, maybe lane number 6 there. That leaves 9 swimmers still competing. Finlay Nelson from Stranraer Academy. Interesting, looking at the schools. We don't have to know where the schools are from, but we've got swimmers from Stranraer right the way to Wick. So a nice spread geographically for this 200 IM heat.
Yeah, it's a big spread of schools. Bridge of Dawn, Bishop Briggs, Robert Gordon. So we know from Aberdeen and the north of Scotland all the way down here to Glasgow are involved in this. Lane 4 it is. Finlay Nelson holding on the freestyle. Coming back nicely. Lane 2 is Luke Johnson. Lane 5, Robbie Carlisle also in the mix.
2:34 there for Finlay Nelson, 2:34.94. I'd be pleased with that. Faster, almost a couple of seconds faster than his entry time. He is followed home in second spot by Luke Johnson from St Maurice's in 2:36.96, and Robbie Carlisle 2:38.50. So that will be the target.
I mean, that's good swimming for a 13-year-old. Perhaps even a 12-year-old who's going to turn 13 later in the year. Finlay Nelson from Stranraer, one of the better age group swimmers in Scotland at the moment for that category. 2:34 is a good time for 200 IM for that age.
We did see the disqualification in that previous heat. It was our swimmer from Wick, Owen Kilmas, who was unfortunately disqualified in that previous heat. Second and final heat for this boys 13 to 14 years 200 medley. Thomas Traynor goes in lane number 0 from St Andrews St Bride. Finlay Davis from Pennycook in 1. Adam Curry from Glebe Primary School in 2. Bailey McGinley from Braes High in 3. Alexander Robin from Hutchison Grammar in 4. Mark Scott from Balweary in 5. Kyle Mitchell from Inverurie in 6. Jake Gibson, Fraserburgh Academy in 7. Greg McVicker from Broughton in 8, and Adam Thompson from Kilmarnock in lane number 9. Well, out very fast there in lane number 7, Jake Gibson from Fraserburgh Academy. In terms of the entry times, 2:26 for Alexander Robin from Hutchison Grammar is the fastest entry time. But as you said, Ian, sometimes the swims from these regional heats might not be representative of what they do in the final.
No, they're not always the case, but Alex Robin, I know him quite well, being one of the City of Glasgow swimmers, and he's better at breaststroke and freestyle than he is at fly and backstroke, so we should now see if he can come through a little bit on the second half of this swim. I'm not sure of the relative strengths of the other swimmers. Lane 5 looks to be good at breaststroke as well. That's Mark Scott. He's going well. But it's still Jake Gibson who's out there with about a 3-metre lead with Mark Scott coming through.
Yeah, Jake Gibson holding on pretty well there. He had a very good first half with the fly and backstroke. I wonder if anyone was going to pull through on the breaststroke, but Jake Gibson looks pretty strong there. Fraserburgh Academy, Mark Scott from Balweary. He's coming through into second place, but Jake Gibson still with that lead, and Alex Robin in third spot.
Yeah, we're all down to the freestyle, see what these three can do. I don't think anyone else is in the mix for the medals here. It's all about these three and can they race to the finish.
Well, they're almost in a diagonal line there as they come into the last half of this race. Jake Gibson really trying to hold on here. Mark Scott trying to come back. The Balweary swimmer is coming back on the Fraserburgh Academy swimmer. But I think Jake Gibson is going to have this one. He's in the red cap. He's going to be the champion here. He takes it in 2:25.05. He hung on very well there in the second half of that race. Mark Scott coming through for second position, just over a second behind. And in third place, it's Alexander Robin from the Glasgow. Hutchison Grammar.
Yeah, again, the top three there have all gone well under 2:30, and that's, again, it's a good standard of 200 medley swimming for this age group. They're all 14 this year. 2:23 the winning time. 2:25, sorry, the winning time from 2:26 and 2:28.
Yeah, very good swim there from Jake Gibson. Took it out strongly and was able to hold on in the second half there. Excellent stuff. Move on to the 15-16 years age group. Fraser Baird in lane number 0, right at the top of the screen there. From Belclare Academy, Cole White from Watson's in 1, Claire McCain from Hamilton College in 2, Finlay Hay from Queen Anne in 3, Cameron Nielsen from Greenfields in 4, Brodie Hood from Johnston High School in 5, Finlay Club from Hazelhead in 6, Lewis Sutherland from Thurso in 7, Kieran Hayes from Albin School in 8, and Ross Alexander from Bankery goes in lane number 9, outside lane, very tight as they go into the backstroke. Maybe lane number 4, Cameron Nielsen from Green Falls just edging it. 2 lanes across though, Finlay Club from Hazelhead. Probably those two battling it out for the leads. They come down to the halfway point, but as we've said so many times before, in breaststroke, quite often the one that sorts them out in an individual medley.
Yeah, I mean, it's the slowest stroke. It takes up the most time in the medley. Therefore, in some senses, it can be the most important one because it can be the most decisive one, depending on how strong or weak you are at it. So you've got to play to your strengths for sure. And if you are good at breaststroke, make sure you're working really hard in this 50-meter section. And it's a close race. There's about 5 or 6 swimmers all in contention. The middle 4 are all right in the line right now.
Yeah, incredibly close race here as they come to this final turn. And looking pretty relaxed there is lane number 4, Cameron Nielsen. Just maybe being edged now by lane 5 and Brodie Hood, and Finlay Club actually in lane number 6 is the first one to the wall, but it's very, very close indeed, almost a second or so, just separating the top 4, all down to the freestyle, and it maybe is 5 and 6 going to battle this one out.
It looks like it's lane 5 with a slightly higher stroke. It's just trying to edge ahead. Lane 3 is coming back well, but still Finlay Club in lane 6 still involved here.
Yeah, Brodie Hood now in lane number 5, and Finlay Club closest to us in lane number 6. It's all going to be down on the touch now, but Brodie Hood will take it in 2:29.01. Finlay Club in second, 2:29.48. Well, just dipped under the 2:30 mark. Brodie Hood taking that one. It was very, very close. The breaststroke just brought them all together. Brodie Hood and Finlay Club were the stronger on the freestyle. 2:29.01, the winning time for Brodie Hood.
Yeah, and that's what often especially these age group schools races do. They bring people together. The racing is tough. People are very keen to set the standards and do their PBs and race for the medals, and it often brings out the best in people, and you get some really good racing. However, onto the faster heat now of the 15-16s. And another good racing prospect here. We've got 3 swimmers on the entry who are well clear on their entry time, certainly of the rest of the field, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Jack Murphy from Holy Cross goes in lane 1, no swimmer in lane 0 this time. Robert Burgess from Glasgow School of Sport in 2, Finn Bremner from Fettes in 3, Jake Kirkham from Grangemouth High School in 4, Owen Ray from Watsons in 5, Kieran Breckenser from Portlethen in 6, Lucas Grieve from Larva High in 7, Bishop Mcdonald from Hamilton Grammar in 8, and Struan Bennett from Kinross High School in lane number 9. On to the backstroke, and Jake Kirkham from Grangemouth High.
Yeah, Jake's another swimmer who swims for the first team, Falkirk Integrated Regional Swim Team, as it's called, with the coach Andrew Addison, swimming for Grangemouth, and he's one of the top swimmers for his age in Scotland. So it's not a big surprise to see him doing well here. And Robert Burgess, one of the swimming for the Glasgow School of Sport, but also he's a City of Glasgow Swim Team club member. He's pulled himself into second place, a good medley swimmer, but he's under challenge from Finn Bremner in 3 and Owen Ray, both Warrender swimmers, I think, in lane 5. They're going well as well. But
yeah,
no doubt about the leader here.
Yeah, absolutely. Jake Kirkham has got 2 or 3 body lengths between him and the rest of the field. 1:43 at that final turn, about 4.5 seconds advantage now. It's very close for the second position now. Robert Burgess, Owen Ray and Finn Bremner just battling that one out, but here is coming down to the final stages for Jake Kirkham from Grangemouth High. Looks like he is going to take that one. Coming back very strongly on the freestyle is Owen Ray from Watsons. Very good freestyle stroke here from Owen Ray, but he's not going to catch Kirkham, and it is going to be Jake Kirkham will take that one in 2:16.71. He's the school's champion. In second position is Owen Ray in 2:19.00, and it was close for third, but Finn Bremner will just take the touch for that third position there. And Jake Kirkham, well, he was being caught there by Owen Ray in the closing stages, but Owen Ray, well, just didn't have enough, and Jake Kirkham had enough of a lead to hold on for that one, and he will take the gold medal.
Yeah, it was, he had a 2:14, but a 2:16 overall is an excellent time again for that kind of age group, so I'm sure he'll be very happy with that result. Into the 17 to 19 years, just one heat of this 200 IM. Strong favourite probably in Angus Allison, the Warrender and Broughton swimmer from Edinburgh, going in lane 3.
We have 9 swimmers in this one. Finlay Bailey in 0 from Bill Baxter, Christopher Aitken from Strathallan in 1, Jack Milne from Harris Academy in 2, Angus Allison from Broughton in 3, Graham Baird from Beauclair in 4, Andrew Arthur from Ellen Academy in 5, Ethan Horn from Cathkin High in 6, Sam Chittleborough from Edinburgh Academy in 7, and String Kingdom from William Wood going in lane number 8. Well, like you said, Ian, Angus Allison, maybe one of the favourites for this one, swimming for Broughton today, and he is challenging for the lead with Andrew Arthur from Ellen Academy. A couple of experienced campaigners there in the front.
Yeah, they're very good, both these two boys, and are well clear, but Angus is a strong breaststroke and freestyle swimmer, so I'd expect him to pull away. And Angus, I mean, in fact, he broke the Scottish junior record at the Scottish Short Course Nationals in December, breaking the record no less of Duncan Scott in the 200 IM short course, so he's already having a great season, and if he's beating Duncan Scott's records, then he's obviously pretty good swimmer. So again, the Warrender swimmer coached by Kostas Kalitsis in Warrender through there in Edinburgh, and he's about 3 meters clear now of Andrew Arthur.
Yeah, breaststroke very decisive there for Angus Allison. Andrew Arthur now trying to hold on to that silver medal position. Graham Baird in lane number 4 is in possession of the bronze medal as it stands at the moment, but no doubt about who's going to take this one. A great second half of the race. Angus Allison can add the Scottish Schools title to his list of achievements in 209.29. Angus Allison takes that one in second position. Andrew Arthur and Graham Baird in third spot, just ahead of Sam Chittleborough, who comes through for fourth place. But, well, as they went through into the breaststroke there, as you said, Ian, very strong second half of the race, and that's how it proved.
Yeah, I mean, Angus is so strong at the back end. His freestyle split there was, I think, 29, maybe even 28 seconds, and knocking that in at the end of a 200 IM is really good. Not many people do that, and he was pulling away all the way through that back end of that race, and very good swim. He'll be, again, he'll be happy with that swim, I'm sure. I think he was racing last week for Scotland out in Geneva, and here today putting in another good performance. He's very consistent at the moment with his performance level, so good to see him doing well.
Yeah, a number of the swimmers have quite tough schedules these days, very busy travelling about major competitions. Angus Allison will take that one ahead of Andrew Arthur and Graham Baird. We did have a disqualification in that previous heat, and that was Christopher Aitken who was disqualified. But Angus Allison, Andrew Arthur and Graham Baird confirmed as your medal winners, and they will hop out of the pool. They'll have around about a minute or two to get their shirts on, get their breath back, get their shirts on, and we'll be on the medal podium very shortly, because it's the presentations now for the 200 metres individual medley. Start with the boys 13-14 years. Alex Robin from Hutchison Grammar goes on to the bronze medal position. Mark Scott from Balwearie. Some of the schools, we're not sure where they are for the schools. It's but I know where Balwearie is. That's in Kirkcaldy. That's near me.
Yeah, and Alex Hutchinson Grammar, we know that's in Glasgow. So
and Jake Gibson from Fraserburgh Academy taking the gold. I'm sure we can guess where that would have.
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Good swim from Jake Gibson, though, wasn't it?
It was very good. Very good.
Yeah. Excellent start, and he hung on all the way through there to take that gold medal.
A little bit of a surprise based on, you know, you're looking at the entry times there and the rankings, but he did a great job.
On to the 15-16 years age group now, and excellent swim at the front of the field here, but Finn Bremner from Fetis winning a close contest there for the bronze medal position. He looks happy with his morning's work. Owen Ray from Watson's, what a good freestyle he had. Yeah, excellent finish.
Both Warrender swimmers, those two, from the Warrender Club in Edinburgh. Different schools, but Jake there wearing the first top, swimming for Grangemouth High.
Oh, two Jakes in a row take the top spot. Jake Gibson followed by Jake Kirkham. And smiles all round for the medalists.
Yeah, very good swimming. And we got the 17 to 19s as well. It's fresh out of the water. Here they come.
And Graham Baird from Buccleuch taking that bronze medal position. Don't think Andrew Arthur's fully recovered yet, breathing a little bit heavy there. I don't think any of them have actually. A little bit of deep breaths there for Andrew Arthur. A good job there to take silver. Angus Allison is the gold medalist. These swimmers can enjoy their medals. They've got these commemorative caps as well that they're presented with. They'll go on to pictures taken, straight back down, have a little bit of a swim down.
Yeah, I'm sure all three of those will be racing again later on. We move on to the 100 metre backstroke for girls now, starting with the 13, 14-year-olds.
Yeah, moving through the age groups again. And this 100 metres backstroke again, 2 heats for this next event about to come. And again, it's heat declared winners. So the fastest times from the 2 heats combined will take the gold, silver and bronze medals. There's the line up there. Natalie Cooper from Watson, Susie McNair from Linlithgow, Katie Barron from Beeslack, Catherine Renfrew from Perth High School, Ciara Hart from Bishop Briggs, Aileen McGregor from Boroughmuir, Amber Edgerton from Cults Academy, Talia Blackley from Mearns Castle, Ruby Galloway from Queen Margaret Academy, and Zoe Crawford from Braes High. I think we have all the 10 lanes occupied, no spare lanes in this one. First of the 2 heats for the girls, 13-14 years, 100 metres backstroke.
Quite a close lineup here, I think. Should be a good racing prospect. No clear favourites in this particular heat. Lane 0 off to a good start.
Yeah, Natalie Cooper from Watson's. Just edging it over the swimmers 3-4 lanes inside her, but the middle 2 lanes and those yellow lane markers, Ciara Hart and Aileen McGregor, Bishop Briggs and Boroughmuir respectively. Looks like McGregor might be first to the turn there, 34.61 at the halfway point.
Yeah, good first 50 from McGregor, but she's not that far ahead, and it's 7-8 swimmers all together and pretty much in a line as we come into the final 30 metres.
Yeah, Aileen McGregor looks like she's just edging this one, going well. 1 lane down from her is Amber Edgerton, as well in lane number 6, maybe in second position. Lane number 7 as well, Talia Blackley going well. And also in lane number 3, Catherine Renfrew. But I think McGregor is going to take this one. It's very close at the end, 1:13.22, and right down there in lane number 9, Zoe Crawford, 1:14.23. Excellent swim there from Zoe Crawford from the outside lane, sneaking through into second.
Yeah, I mean there was 3 seconds I think separating the all 10 swimmers there, setting from 1:13 down to 1:16. That set the marker for heat 2, although I do think we will expect the medals to be significantly faster than that in this lineup. We've got very fast entry time in lane 4 from Sarah Hill from Robert Gordon's College of a 1:05, so then it's a 1:09 on the entry from Erin Urquhart in lane 5, so we'll see what happens in this final heat.
Yeah, Grace Killis, Emma McCauley, Heidi Wren, Lucy Stoves, Sarah Hill, Erin Urquhart, Melissa Mainwaring, Millie MacArthur, Katie Rose and Lucy Atherton. That is the lineup for the second heat of this girls 13-14 years 100 metres backstroke. Sarah Hill very much the favourite. The record, Scottish Schools record, stands at 107.08, so that could well be under threat. Good start from Sarah Hill, Robert Gordon's College in lane 4.
Yeah, Sarah's off to a very good start. Bit of a spearhead, arrowhead formation here from the seedings is working out quite well. Second is Lucy Stoves and then Heidi Wren. They've turned just 1 second behind at 33, and it's Sarah Hill's pulling away, but it's anyone's race for the other medals at the moment.
Yeah, maybe 3 or 4 swimmers in contention for the silver and bronze medals here, but it looks like Sarah Hill is going to take this one from lane number 4. The only question now is, can she dip under that record of 107.08 into the final stages now? It's going to be very, very close indeed. 107.08 has just slipped by for Sarah Hill. 107.24, but she smiles. She will claim the title. She won't be too bothered about that record. She'll get the gold medal ahead of Melissa Mainwaring and ahead of Lucy Stoves, who were separated only by 0.17 of a second there, but a good swim from Sarah Hill.
Yeah, that was excellent. I'm not sure who holds the record at 170, but to get that close to it is very, very well done indeed, and she must be happy with that swim, I think, this morning.
Yeah, certainly a big smile there from Sarah. Well, she took that one. It's very close for second and third as well. Well, the top 3 times faster than that first heat, so they can be sure that they are going to claim those gold, silver and bronze medals from that heat number 2. onto heat number 1 of the girls 15-16 years 100 metres backstroke. Cara Mowbray in line 0, Erin Hammond in 1, Liberty Blair in 2, Rosie Robertson in 3, Caitlin Coya-Gamble in 4, Lucy Alexander in 5, Lauren Taylor in 6, Emma DeVette in 7, and Maisie Stewart in lane number 9. We have Rose McLean, Maisie Stewart in lane number 8 and Rose McLean in lane number 9. One of the reserves getting a swim, and she's doing a pretty good job, the reserve here, and maybe is leading them all through the halfway point.
Yeah, it's very good start from Rose McLean. Swimming for Perth High School. 35.2. It's actually, in fact, Caitlin Coya-Gamble who's got the lead in lane 4, turned at 34.5, using a long, smooth stroke, looking very efficient in the water. Going well in lane 1 also is Erin Hammond.
Into the centre lanes now, and into the final stages for Caitlin Coya-Gamble, and also going very well. It might well be a challenge from Erin Hammond here in the closing stages, but Coya-Gamble just takes that one. And Lauren Taylor in second place, and Erin Hammond in third spot. Well, that was a very close finish there. Caitlin Coya-Gamble thought she had that sewn up, but the other two swimmers finished really strongly there. But Coya-Gamble taking it 1:11.61.
Yeah, I think they're converting their times pretty well there from their short course entries. Some good swimming in the long course this morning already, and as we said, Coya-Gamble taking it at 1:11. But the second heat, again, like the younger ones, should be much faster. We've got a great race in prospect here. Some of the best young backstroke swimmers in Great Britain in this particular heat. Certainly lane 4, lane 5, Rachel Saunders and Holly McGill, they were swimming for Scotland last week in Geneva as well, so I would expect these two to be at the front of this one.
Yeah, Shannon Rollink, Ella Stevenson, Amy Shields, Anna Green, Rachel Saunders, Holly McGill, Sarah Coffey, Lauren Murray, Ashley Merson and Amira Chain. That is the full lineup for this second heat.
Excellent start from Amy Shields, the Milkguy Bearsden swimmer, racing here for Bearsden Academy. Sister of Alice Shields, younger sister, but Rachel Saunders has now taken this up. She went 1:04 last week in Geneva, so that could be interesting. She could get close to the record if she's swimming in that kind of form again.
Yeah, the record stands at 1:04.36, so we'll keep an eye on that time.
Certainly on by the first 50 split of 30.91. It's certainly possible to do it off of that. Holly McGill, the Heart of Midlothian swimmer, racing for Royal High School here, coming back at Rachel as she often does, but Rachel with the high stroke rate with 15 to go has got this, but Amy Shields is still up there as well.
Yeah, three swimmers all coming into the wall now. Rachel Saunders being pressed now by Holly McGill. It's very close now, but Saunders I think will take it in 1:04.58. Holly McGill in second and Amy Shields in third. Great contest between these three. Rachel Saunders just holding on for that one. 1:04.58 for Rachel to take that one.
Yeah, excellent backstroke swimming. 1:04, you know, at that age, 15, 16 years old, and both those girls only 15 this year, maybe only 14 at the current point in time. It's really outstanding to go 1:04 at that age, and you know, they'll be looking for brighter things this summer as well. They'll be targeting international junior selections, and we wish them all the best.
Yeah, great contest between those two. As you said, Ian, Holly McGill came back there in the very closing stages, but Rachel Saunders had done enough in the early stages to hold on to take that one. One heat of the girls 17 to 19 years, 100 backstroke. Caitlin Rosie, Ava Simpson, Mary McDonald, Marie Wood, Ella Shields, Ellie Turner, Elaine Murray, Elise Fitzgerald, Rowan McGill and Ailsa Kellis. That is the 10 swimmers here. Ella Shields and Ellie Turner only separated by 0.01 of a second in terms of entry times.
Well, Ellie Turner is the fastest, better ranked swimmer on paper, but Ellis had the fastest qualification for this. We've just seen her sister get bronze, and can Ellis go one better or two better than that? But Ellie Turner is the leader at the halfway, 31.1, 3/10 ahead of Ellis.
Again, the record for this age group, 104.68, so that is definitely a possibility for the swimmers in the centre here. On Ellis Shields in
Simpson
4.
in lane 1 also going very strong here, pushing for the medals.
Well, Ellie Turner looks like she might just take this one. Ellis Shields just falling behind now, and Ellie Turner coming into the last 5 now. Is she going to be inside that record of 104.68? She is inside the record, 104.05. It is a Scottish Schools record and a gold medal for Ellie Turner. She takes it 104.05 ahead of Ellis Shields, and Elaine Murray coming through for 3rd place, just pepping Ava Simpson in the closing stages.
Yeah. Obviously excellent swimming to break a Scottish Schools record. All these records are very historical, set only by high quality swimmers in the past, so anyone who gets one is doing really well. Ellie Turner, one of the best backstroke swimmers for her age in Great Britain. I think swimming, used to swim for Carnegie, maybe swimming out of Perth now I believe, so she'll be delighted to set the record this morning, I would have thought, from that, with that kind of performance.
Yeah, another record goes here today, and interesting about these Scottish Schools records, you can only set them here at the Schools Championship. They're championship records, aren't
That's
they?
right, that's right. So you have to do it on the day. You don't get all year to chase down an age record. It's just the performance on the day to break that record. Here we go with some presentations again. Back to the 13, 14-year-olds.
Yeah, Lucy Stoves taking the bronze medal. Melissa Mainwaring, Whitburn Academy, taking that silver medal. But an excellent performance from Robert Gordon's College, Sarah Hill. And that great swim, she had to take that one. And watch out for her progress, that looked very impressive. That's the 13, 14 years, 100 metres backstroke medalist. Now the 15, 16 year age group. Again, a really close race. This was a good contest between the three swimmers.
Some outstanding backstroke swimming from these three.
Amy Shields taking the bronze medal for Bearsden Academy. All smiles from the top two. Holly McGill from Royal High School. Really strong in the last few metres of that one, but Rachel Saunders had done enough. From Watson's, Rachel Saunders taking the gold medal, just outside the school record. And there are your three medalists for the girls 15, 16 years, 100 backstroke.
Yeah, great job from those girls.
17, 19 years medalists making their way now onto the podium. Again,
excellent swim from Ellie Turner to win this, but bronze going to
Elaine Murray taking that bronze. Just upping Ava Simpson
at the finish there.
Yeah.
It looked like it was Ava's medal, but very strong finish from Elaine Murray to come through there.
Another medal for the Shields family. Ellis Shields taking silver this time. And Ellie Turner setting that new record. Ellie Turner from Woodmill High School taking the gold in a new school's record time. That'll be good news.
In height there between those girls.
I was going to say good news for Woodmill High School, which was part of it was burnt down.
Is that right?
Yeah, last summer. So all the pupils have been spread about to different locations. So some good news for Woodmill High School from one of their pupils, Ellie Turner, taking that gold medal. to the other end of the pool, back to the 12-year-olds. These are always unpredictable, exciting races for the 12-year-olds.
Again, the nature of the qualifying, the fact that they can only do 150 metre each, these boys. We don't even have a full contingent here. We've got 7 swimmers and 7 swimmers. So
yeah, Caleb Simpson up there in lane 1, Connor Christopheros, Alec McGregor, Sam Cool, Callum MacArthur, Josh Elliott and Aaron Machin. They are the 7 swimmers in this first heat, and it promises to be very tight, as these 12-year-old races often are. Going well there in lane number 6, coming through strongly, Josh Elliott from Dean Park with that multicoloured cap here. Looks like he's heading. Callum MacArthur from Jordan Hill in lane number 5, and it does look like it could be Josh Elliott who's going to take this one. 12-year-olds, 39.39, the only swimmer under the 40-second mark. 39.39. Callum MacArthur in 2nd place and Sam Cool in 3rd spot. But Josh Elliott,
very good swim from Josh Elliott. I mean, he was entered on 41.3 and he's got 39 seconds there, so he'll be very happy with that. It's going to certainly put him into the final. And it's a very powerful, strong technique he had for a boy who's not that tall, even for 12 years old. 7 more swimmers going in heat 2.
Yeah, Matthew Payton, Aidan Bruce, Lennox Doherty, Ewan Weir, Gregor Ross, Lewis Gibson and Finch Geary. Those are the 7 swimmers in the centre lanes, Ewan Weir and Gregor Ross.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more familiar with these two because they are City of Glasgow swim team members, and they're wearing the City of Glasgow hat at the moment, and these two are clear of the rest of the boys here. So very close between Gregor and Ewan coming into the last 7 metres.
It's very close indeed now. Just who's going to hit that wall on the stroke. Oh. It does look like it might be Gregor Ross getting that one ahead of Ewan Weir by 3/100ths of a second. Wow, what a great contest between the two City of Glasgow swimmers.
And those two are going to go into the final with Josh Elliott from heat 1, all on the 39 seconds. So we've got a good final in prospect there between those 3.
Hey, absolutely. Callum MacArthur as well, lying in 4th position. So he'll be another one just over the 40-second mark, and absolutely anyone's, you would say.
Yeah, he could go anywhere. That. Looking forward to that one later on.
The girls already lined up on the blocks. More girls in this one. 2 full heats for this 12-year-old. Jessica Kirkwood, Joanna Calder, Rebecca Strachan, Hazel McCappin, Katie Towers, Phoebe Sampson, Kimberly Willis, Ada Broden, Adelina Gestamuka and Abigail Story. That's your lineup for the first heat. Again, 1 length of the pool for these 12 years and under, and again promises to be very close. The yellow cap, maybe Kimberly Willis from Kilmarnock Academy, is just about edging this one. Adelina Gerazamuka as well in lane number 8. Yep. It is very, very close indeed here as they come down. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 7 swimmers all in a row. But Gerazamuka, I think, is going to take it. She does take it in 40.75, and that was, what a close race that was. And it's taken by the swimmer from Lundavra Primary School. And a good improvement on the time.
Yeah, very good improvement there from Andra Zelina. 43.0 on her entry, coming down to 40, and I'm sure that'll put her through to the final. We'll see what happens in this second heat. We've got a 39 on the entry time from lane 4.
Yeah, Abigail Thompson, Lauren Ferret, Millie Barton, Kaylee Chan, Alice Cumming, Madeline Patterson, Maya Smith, Macy Carty, Mirren Gibb and Alana Wilson. And it is Alice Cumming from Hermitage Primary School, 39.58. She's a swimmer with the entry time under the 40-second mark. She's just about holding on to a slender lead here, Hermitage Primary School, but also going well 2 lanes across. Millie Barton with that blue cap may well be challenging for the lead. There is the leader, Alice coming from Hermitage, but 2 lanes across. She may well just be getting overtaken now by Millie Barton at the end, and it is Millie Barton will take it, 39.15. She sneaked through there in the second half of that 50. Alice Cumming and Mirren Gibb also under the 40-second mark.
Yeah, good swimming. 3 people on 39. Let's see if they get through to the finals. There you go, 41.61 is 10th place. Anyone quicker than that is through. Millie Barton, your leader at 39.15. Another good final in prospect there later on.
Yeah, 12-year-olds. As we've said, often you get very, very close contests and often very difficult to predict. I'm sure there'll be some people qualified for that final. They'll go and speak to their team coaches and team staff and say, right, what can I do here? Did I do that?
It could turn around in the final. Yeah. You never know with these youngsters.
We're on to a little bit older age groups now. It's the boys 13, 14 years. 100 metres butterfly. Daniel Hall, Jack Bath, Robbie Carlisle back in the water again. Joseph Robertson, Rory Webster, Harris Wishart, Callum Sinclair, Malachi Skinner, Alex Black and Sean Purcell. That is the first heat. Interesting that the fastest 2 entry times, Rory Webster and Harris Wishart in 4 and 5, exactly the same time, 1:14.62.
Those 2 are leading the way at the halfway mark. Lane 1 and lane 6 also right up there in contention.
Yeah, the leading 2, maybe lane number 5, Harris Wishart came off the wall pretty well here. Jack Bath, in fact, yeah, Jack Bath in lane number 1 from St Margaret's, maybe coming through, challenging for 2nd position, and also 1 lane down from the leader, Harris Wishart, is Callum Sinclair. I think Harris Wishart is going to have enough to hold on here. Contest between 4 swimmers for 2nd position, but Harris Wishart, 1:13.62 was his entry time. He's improved that to 1:12.03. And in 2nd position was Callum Sinclair, finishing strongly ahead of Rory Webster.
Very good swimming from the top 3 to drop to 1:12 and 1:13. You can see on their faces they're delighted with those swims, congratulating each other in the middle of the pool there. I think we're in for a slightly faster heat in the second one. A very strong favourite in lane 4, Murray Dixon from Morrison's Academy.
Yeah, 1:01.56 for Murray Dixon is the entry time that he has posted, and that's just half a second outside the school's record of 1:01.19. Finley Davis goes in 0, James Burnett in 1, Lewis Austin in 2, Scott Fleming in 3, Murray Dixon the favourite in 4, Kieran Lennox in 5, Ben Caldwell in 6, Finlay Nelson in 7, Adam Curry in 8 and Joshua Drainer in lane number 9. Middle 2, Murray Dixon and Kieran Lennox going ahead strongly, but it looks a very powerful butterfly stroke there for Murray Dixon.
Yeah, I mean, butterfly, obviously technique is incredibly important, but also strength and power can be the deciding factor, certainly with boys of this age, or boys of any age really. And if you're big and strong and you've got good technique like Murray Dixon has, it's certainly going to give you a big advantage, and Murray's pulling away 2 or 3 metres clear of lane 3 and lane 5. That's Scott Fleming and Kieran Lennox.
Yeah, and 28.85 at the turn, certainly giving himself a chance of challenging that record time. I think he's going to do the gold medal, definitely. That is sewn up for Murray Dixon. He'll come back to take the gold in 1:03.12, just ahead of Scott Fleming and Kieran Lennox. He was just outside the record, but absolutely no doubt about who was going to win that one. Murray Dixon dominant there to take that one in 1:03.12, and Scott Fleming and Kieran Lennox will be silver and bronze medalists.
Yeah, I mean, 1:01 is a good record time, but going 1:03 is that's still very good for age 14, perhaps even age 13. I don't know his exact birth date, but he'll be delighted to take the gold medal there.
Yeah, Murray Dixon taking that one for Morrison's Academy. On to the first heat now of the boys, 15-16 years, 100 metres butterfly. Fraser Baird, Seth Knox, Luke McKenzie, Andrew Lawson, Larry Samasevs, Jack Murphy, Russ Alexander, Fraser Claxton, Cameron Shaw and Kyle Gemmell. Kyle Gemmell going well in the early stages, right outside.
Yeah, I know Kyle very well. He's one of our Glasgow members, and he's just sneaked in for the qualification here with a 107, but he's taken it out very well at 30.4. He's in third place, fourth place I think. The middle swimmers coming through now, all in a line, 5 swimmers right in the middle of the pool, and in lane 1 Seth Knox going very well from Green Faults.
Yeah, Seth Knox is under the 30-second mark at the halfway point, and he's coming back, and I think he might just sneak this one. Lane number 5, Jack Murphy coming through strongly as well, but I think it might be Seth Knox to take this first heat. It's very close on the finish. Oh, a very good finish from Jack Murphy. Might have just taken that one. He spotted that one to perfection there. 104.77. Takes it by 6/100ths ahead of Seth Knox. And Fraser Claxton in third. But what a good finish from Jack Murphy.
Yeah, Jack came through really well there. Just sneaked the win, setting the 104. And that'll be a good standard for this second heat to look for as well here. We have got faster entry times, but 104 is a good swim as we go into the final heat here of the 15-16-year boys 100 metre butterfly.
Yeah, final heat sees Nathan Peoples in lane 0, Callum Rose in 1, Scott Smythe in 2, Harris Harley in 3, Tom Robertson in 4, Cameron Gordon in 5, Ben Montgomery in 6, Archie Dixon in 7, Owen Ray in 8, and Cameron Craney in lane number 9. Well, could be a very, very tight race this one. Tom Robertson 101.24 will lead them through the halfway point, but Cameron Gordon from Glenalmond not too far behind.
Yeah, 28.0, and several others on 28 point, going very well. Lane 1, Callum Rose is looking good. Lane 4 obviously doing well, Tom Robertson, and lane 5, Cameron Gordon in their lanes. 8 and 9 also looking very strong. That's Owen Ray, who we already saw earlier, and Cameron Creaney. They're going well. Owen Ray, good butterfly swimmer, coming through here to challenge for the medals.
Well, looks like Tom Robertson's going to take this one, only just though. Tom Robertson takes it just over the 1 minute mark in 1 minute point 38. And in second place, was it Callum Rose? I think it might have just been pipped by Owen Ray by 4/100ths of a second. Wow, what a close finish for second and third position there. But Tom Robertson takes it in that time of 1 minute point 38. Owen Ray in second position and Callum Rose in third. Oh, just over the 1 minute mark there for Tom Robertson. He'll take that title. He held off the challenge there. Close challenge. Owen Ray, we've seen him perform really well in his previous event, and he did exactly the same. It was a good finish in the individual medley. Excellent finish in the fly.
Always finishes races really well.
Boy, 17-19 years, 100 butterfly. Mark Devlin up there in lane 0, Aaron Gray in 1, Alex Johnson in 2, Lewis Hammond in 3, Fraser Kelly in 4, Mark Innes in 5, Ian Rose in 6, Ethan Brown in 7, Rory Young in 8, and Ross Emery in lane number 9. The one and only heat here, 5 swimmers with entry times under the 1 minute mark.
Yeah, it should be pretty close as well. 3 people sent all in 27.2, 27.3. That's Fraser Kelly, Mark Innes, Ian Rose, all going very well. Warren De Summers from Innes and Rose. Kelly is from Largs Academy. He's just got the lead at the moment. There's 25 to go.
Well, Fraser Kelly just had the edge at the halfway point. He's just holding on here. He's under pressure now. Mark Innes in 5. Ian Rose in 6. It's going to be very, very close for the medals here. Looks like Fraser Kelly might just hold on here into the last stroke, and Fraser Kelly will take it in 58.58. He will take the title for Largs Academy. In second position, it is Mark Innes, just ahead of Ian Rose by only 0.17 of a second. But Fraser Kelly, he had the edge at halfway, he had the edge at the finish, but it was tough.
And he's one of the younger swimmers. He's at the bottom end of that age group as well. They're only 17, maybe going 16, turning 17 this year. And at 58.5 on a Saturday morning long cross, he'll be delighted with that. It's a good performance. It's not even that far outside the competition best of 57.0. So, I mean, he could be back next year challenging for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And he needed that time to win that title, didn't he?
It was a close race. He was always going to be pushed hard by the two Warrender swimmers, Innes and Rose. And he held on very nicely.
So the boys' butterfly is over in a flash. We're right there for the medal presentations now. Kieran Lennox from Meldrum Academy taking the bronze medal there. Scott Fleming from Straven in the silver medal position. Very close between those two, only 0.3 of a second, but no doubt about the winner, Murray Dixon. A really powerful butterfly stroke from Morrison's Academy, taking that in at 103.12. The dominated that one, winning that by 0.2 of a second. Sorry, 2 seconds I should say. Murray Dixon just towering above his two competitors there. But he was very dominant in that race and taking that one clear winner was Murray Dixon. Move on to the next presentation now. This one was a little bit closer at the end, certainly very close for the silver and bronze. Callum Rose taking the bronze, representing Erskine, and Owen Ray from Watson's again with that I'm going to say trademark strong finish for Owen Ray there, taking another medal this morning. Another silver medal for him, 101.34 for Owen Ray, but 1 minute 0.38. Tom Robertson, he led all the way. And Tom Robertson takes that one in just over the 1 minute mark, 1 minute 0.38. And three very happy medalists again. And final presentation for this 100 metres butterfly for boys. Again, another good contest. We saw some good battles this morning already.
Yeah, this is an excellent race.
Ian Rose just missing out on the silver by 0.17 of a second. He will take the bronze. Mark Innes will be the silver medalist. 59.59, and just over a second in front is Fraser Kelly from Largs Academy. And looks really happy with that on the top of the medal podium.
Yeah, very happy to see. He's obviously came here to win the gold and he's done what he wanted to do and go home a happy man. Hope maybe he's in another race later on today and he can get another medal, so we shall see.
Yeah, looks very satisfied with his morning work so far. That's the winner of that one, Fraser Kelly. So still a few more events for us to enjoy as we go through this morning's session, Ian.
Yeah, we've got the girls 100 metre butterfly and then the boys 200 metre backstroke to come before we have those finals for the 12 and under 50 metre races.
Yeah, they'll be at the end of the session. The girls 100 metres butterfly now for the 13-14 years age group. Gemma Brown up there in line number 0 from Dunfermline. Perry Scobie from Doula Academy in 1. Georgia Reed in 2. Charlotte Thompson in 3. Safrina Machin in lane number 4. Athena Pierce in 5. Isla Waller in 6. Yasmin Taleb in 7. Abby Dure in 8. And Stefani Holiday goes in lane number 9. First of the 2 heats here, hoping to set the standard for the second heat to come. Lane 5 out well. Athena Pierce from Broxburn Academy. Looks like she's going to lead them through the halfway point.
Yeah, only swimming at the bottom end of this age group, one of the 13-year-olds. Athena Pierce looking excellent here. The technique really flowing, smooth, good leg kick, good rhythm to the stroke.
Yeah, very fluid for Athena Pierce here in lane number 5. Looks like she's going to hold on to this one. We'll keep an eye on the clock. 1:14.91. She may well be inside that. It's been an excellent swim here from Athena Pierce. She is going to come in now to the last couple of strokes here, and she will take that one in 1:11.32, an improvement of what, 3.5 seconds.
Yeah, really good butterfly from Athena Pierce. You know, her technique there doing the work for her, bringing her down from her entry at 1:14 down to a 1:11, and she looks like she's got the technique for that event to move on in the future as well. Obviously in the long course it's a little bit harder than the short course, where you have the more turns technique of the stroke and holding it together. Just that little bit more important when you come to the long course racing. Sometimes sorts out the better swimmers from the others is how well you can hold that technique in the second half of your race.
Charlotte Thompson coming in for second place in that heat, 1:13.85, and Safrina Machin winning the very close contest for third between about 4 or 5 swimmers. Georgia Reed, Perry Scobie, Abby Dure and Gemma Brown very close to the third position there. No doubt about the winner of that one, 1:11.32 to win. I wonder what these swimmers in the next heat can do. The lineup for the second heat: Isla Toms in 0, Lucy De Grossa in 1, Sarah Gormley in 2, Stella McCarty in 3, Chloe Barron in 4, Alice Mackey in 5, Isla McDonald in 6, Madison Gallagher in 7, Emma Craney in 8, and Lexine McCappin in lane number 9. Well, Chloe Barron fastest in terms of entry time, only about half a second from Alice Mackey. For Beeslack swimmer Chloe Barron and Watson swimmer Alice Mackey. And Alice Mackey has got the best start of the two in the centre lane, but also going well Stella McCarty and Isla McDonald as well, also going well on lane number 6.
Yeah, Stella McCarty's right up there at the moment. She's just recently joined the city of Glasgow, and she's a good butterfly swimmer, really strong, 30.78, just a fraction behind Alice Mackey, the Watsons swimmer in lane 5, coming down now with 30 metres to go. It looks like it's between these two.
Yes, Stella McCarty is trying to get back on terms now, but it looks like Alice Mackey might just have enough to take this one. Chloe Barron coming now through to challenge for third position, but Alice Mackey looks like she might take this one. Alice Mackey is stretching away now from the rest of the field. She's going to take this one. Alice Mackey will take it in 1:07.44. Stella McCarty in second in 1:09.15. And whoa, Isla McDonald just taking the touch ahead of Chloe Barron, only by 2/100ths of a second, but Alice Mackey wins that one, 1:07.44, and she will be the champion.
Yeah, excellent swim there from Alice Mackey, taking that at 1:07.44 ahead of Stella McCarty, who moved up from third in the rankings to second place. And she'll be pleased to take away a medal from that swim as well. On to the 15-16-year-olds.
Ashley Blythe goes in lane number 1, no swimmer in lane number 0, no swimmer in lane 2, so Ashley Blythe all on her own in this one. Emma Finlay in 3, Laura Frizzell in 4, Holly Simpson in 5, Katie Watson in 6, Iomi Falls in 7, Caitlin Tang in 8, and Hannah Lockery in lane number 9. Maybe first to show might be Katie Watson, possibly in lane number 6. In fact, lane number 5 just next to her, 31.76 for Holly Simpson from Old Macker Academy, but very, very close. Also Laura Frizzell from Gala had a very good turn there in that blue cap, bringing her right back into contention.
Yeah, very close race between the middle two here as we come into the final section. Technically looking good. Lane 5 holding her breath well. That's Holly Simpson trying to get the streamlined stroke. University of Aberdeen swimmer, but just taking the win, Laura Frizzell.
Yeah, a good time for Laura Frizzell there, 1:08.65. It's a little bit faster than her posted entry time. Holly Simpson also inside her entry time, 1:09.46 for her.
Yeah, 1:08.6. That's an excellent performance. That won't. I don't think it'll win the gold medal, but it will lay down a good standard for this second heat to get after.
Second heat sees Katie Campbell, Emily Cumming, Jory Horn, Natalie Jones, Lucy Grieve, Isla Yule, Faith Yuda, Nicole Flynn, Millie Milne, and Ellie McDougall. Again, the time for the record stands at 1:02.14, so I wonder if anyone can challenge that. Tough.
Well, if Lucy Grieve swims to her potential, then I would expect her to have a real good go at that record. She's already swam 1:02 this season. She's one of Britain's best young butterfly swimmers, the British junior record holder for 50 butterfly short course, which she set in December, and the Scottish record holder on a number of the butterfly events, and you can see here why that is. She's well ahead.
Yeah, Lucy Grieve now, will she challenge that record? Is she going to hold on for this gold medal? I think the answer to that is yes, because she is well ahead of the others in this field. Natalie Jones maybe in second position, a real battle for third. But here comes Lucy Grieve now. She's going to take this one by 3 body lengths. Is she going to be inside the record time? Very close indeed. She is inside it. 1:01.83. Lucy Grieve will take the gold medal in a new Scottish Schools record time. And what a swim from Lucy Grieve, and she had to do it pretty much all on her own, but what a swim. 1:01.83. She takes it ahead of Natalie Jones and Millie Milne.
Yeah, 2 Warrender swimmers coming second and third, but it's the Lucy Grieve from South Ayrshire swim team swimming here for Mar College and coached by Byron Sturker down there in South Ayrshire. She'll be really happy to set the new record time of 1:01, and 1:01 sets her up really nicely for some of the events later this season, where she'll be going for European Junior qualification, I'm sure.
Well, great performance from Lucy Grieve there. Final is underway for the girls 17-19 years. We have Heather Brawley, Georgia Newlands, Louise Bradley, Alexandra Murray, Lauren Patterson, Rachel Grant, Rachel Gillespie, Annabelle Wright, Rachel McLeod, Adele McDade. And those are the 10 swimmers. In the centre, just about leading them, is Lauren Patterson from Shawland Academy. She is very close, followed by Rachel Gillespie though from Bearsden in lane number 6. Alexandra Murray had a good turn as well, but it is Lauren Patterson in lane 4 just edging it.
Yeah, Lauren's one of our swimmers at the City of Glasgow, and she's good to see her going well here. PB of 1:05, so she'll be trying to get close to that. It's pretty close for the other medals between lanes 3 and 5 and 6.
Lauren Patterson, no, looks like she is going to have this one. It's going to be gold for Lauren Patterson in 1:04.77. Excellent time for her. Rachel Grant in second and Alexandra Murray in third position. But Lauren Patterson, well, really good time there, 1:04.77.
Yeah, I think that's she'll be happy with that. I think I said her PB was 1:05. It might actually be a little bit quicker than that, but 1:04.77 to win that race was really good. just a little bit of a glide in at the finish. She will maybe want to correct that the next time she swims it, but she'll be happy to win that race by 2 seconds ahead of Rachel Grant and Alexander Murray.
Well done, Laura Patterson. It's a very, very critical coaching comment there for the champion, but it's good to work on. Your coaches like to reinforce these. It's always onward and upwards.
Always striving for more. We always talk to the swimmers about the good finishes in training, and it's so important to get that right, because often the race comes down to how well you do that finish. Whether you're going for a qualifying time for a particular event, or you're trying to beat a particular person, it's so important. Obviously the most important stroke of the whole race is the last one, and how quickly can you get those hands on the wall.
Absolutely, it's the one that counts at the end of the day. Isla Mcdonald, Stella McCarty and Alice Mackey taking the medals here in this girls 13-14 years 100 metres butterfly. Again, Alice Mackey showing some great strength here at the end of that 100 butterfly. Some of the City of Glasgow supporters in the background there.
I'm not sure they're waving at the camera or they're waving at their parents, but maybe they're waving at the camera.
Waving at the big screen.
Yeah.
The next medalists to come up are the girls 15-16 years 100 metres butterfly. Again, very impressive swim here.
Yeah, Lucy Grieve in great form already this season. Been setting records, all sorts of different records, and today it's another one, the Scottish Schools competition best time for 15-16-year-old girls.
Millie Milne, Natalie Jones taking the bronze and silver medals, but Lucy Grieve, well, Scottish Schools record for Lucy Grieve from our college. As you said, Ian, another record to add to our list, and one certainly to watch out for this year.
Yeah, I think Lucy's, you don't break Scottish and British records without being very good, so great potential. If she can keep that going, she'll want to be looking, well, it'll be tough, but she'll be aiming for qualification for something like the European Junior Championships in Aberdeen later this summer, and she'll need to go down to London in April to the Olympic trials to do that, and I'm sure she'll, she seems to handle the big occasions well so far, so we look forward to her doing good performances, and hopefully we'll see her swimming for Scotland and Great Britain in the future.
Yeah, a number of the swimmers you could say that about today. We've seen a few of them already. We see the medalists for the girls 17-19 years. Alexander Murray with the bronze, Rachel Grant with the silver, and the gold medalist, the champion, Lauren Patterson from Shawland Academy. These are your medalists for the girls 17-19 years 100 metres butterfly. So we've seen the 100 events. We move back to one of the 200 events now, and that's the boys 200 metres backstroke. That's the follow now. Backstroke wedges are in. The officials have organised them.
Got that sorted, yep. So we've got 5 heats of backstroke to go before we get to the finals. So 2 heats of 13-14, 2 heats of 15-16-year-olds, and 1 heat of the 17 to 19-year-olds.
First heat of the boys 13-14 years. Harish Wishart back in the water again. Adam Scott in lane 1, Evan Boyd in 2, Kyle Muirhead in 3, Jack Lorimer in 4, Alex Scott in lane 5, Jamie Gilchrist in 6, David Traynor in 7, Cole Morrison in 8, and Logan Jackson in lane number 9. 4 lengths of the pool for this 13-14 years 200 metres backstroke. One more heat to come, of course, so all about setting the standard for the heat to follow. Jack Lorimer and Alex Scott, fastest entry times, both in the 2:33 range. But Kyle Muirhead not too far behind in 2:34, but it is the centre two in those yellow lanes. That red cap of Jack Lorimer representing Ellen Academy, and the white cap of Alex Scott representing Dumfries High School. So southwest against the northeast here. Ellen Academy and Dumfries High School going head to head in this 200 back.
Yeah, good race prospect between these two. Very difficult race, the 200 backstroke in the long course pool. Very hard on the legs. Usually the legs get very tired in the second half. You've got to control your feet and your kick in that front half of the race. Because if your legs get tired, they start to drop a little bit. That only makes it even harder. So it's all about getting the balance just right. You want to be smooth and relaxed going through the 100, but not too slowly, and then building it down this third 50, attacking it all the way down the last 50.
Well, it's a
clear these two now.
Yeah, contest for first between the two swimmers in the centre, the pre-race favourites, Jack Lorimer and Alex Scott, and it's very close for the other places as well. Looks like Kyle Muirhead just about in third spot, but he is being challenged by Evan Boyd, and also maybe by the swimmers in 6, 7 and 8, James Gilchrist, David Traynor and Cole Morrison. But certainly stretching away now. Alex Scott used that third 50 to great effect there, and he's gone away now from Jack Lorimer.
Alex Scott has been swimming well in lots of age group events in the short course season, and he looks like he's transferring this nicely to a long course performance this morning here in Glasgow. Actually picking up his rhythm and his kick now as he comes into the final 15, well clear of the rest of the swimmers. Yeah, he's pulled away very nicely. Alex Scott coming in to the closing stage. It's going to be a big improvement on his entry time. He touches in 2:27.18, around about 6 seconds, in fact over 6 seconds faster than his entry time, so he'll be delighted with that one. Jack Lorimer 2:33.34, almost bang on his entry time. He's in second, so he didn't swim badly at all, Jack Lorimer, but just that Alex Scott had a sensational swim there. Yeah, it was really outstanding from Alex. As I say, he's from Dumfries. We see him at a lot of the meets. He swims really well, and you can see he's moved on very nicely into the longest now. 2:27. If he was swimming in heat 2, that would already rank him about 5th place there. So that's a good standard already that these boys are going to have to work towards. Well, the boys in that second heat: Liam Gorzinski, Kyle Wong, Leighton Barr. Oh no swimmer in lanes here. No Liam Gorzinski. So it's Kyle Wong in 1, Leighton Barr in 2, Thomas Ingalls in 3, Calvin McDonald 4, Lucas Brown in 5, Aaron Gilmurray in 6, Sean Griffiths in 7, Jack Simpson in 8, and Ethan Stewart in lane number 9. So the target is a respectable 2:27.18. Here's Alex Scott from that previous heat. Well, Calvin McDonald from Bucksburn, entry time of 2:17.40, and that's inside the Scottish Schools record mark. Swimmer in lane 4. He's been headed at the moment though by lane 5, Lucas Brown. Started really well, 31.01 for the first 50. Yeah, the Elgin swimmer. Good to see an Elgin competitor here in this event. Often produce some good swimmers up at Elgin, and Lucas Brown looks like another one of those. Yeah, Lucas Brown around about a body length lead here. Calvin McDonald from Bucksburn, so it's the two swimmers from the northeast. We're fighting this one out at the front of the field, but Lucas Brown started really well here. Halfway gone, and he has a lead of around about 2 seconds or so. At 1:05, he's certainly got on for that record if he can maintain that pace. Yeah, 1:05.99 and 1:08.91 on his first and second position. Third place, it looks like it was just Leighton Barr, but the top two certainly weighing clear of the others, and the top one now, Lucas Brown, are weighing clear of Calvin McDonald on this third length. Yeah, smooth long stroke I'm hoping he can pick up the stroke rate a little bit down the last 50 and attack this record. He's slowed down a bit. He's got to hold his stroke and push on now, picking up the rate if he can, if he wants to break the record. 2:18.6, he's got to finish in 36 seconds down this final 50.
Well, his last split was 36 seconds, so he's in with a shout. But here comes back Calvin McDonald, finishing a little bit stronger. And Lucas Brown beginning to feel the pace here, but I think he's got enough in the tank. He's going to win this one. In fact, he's going to win it quite comfortably indeed. Battle for third place. Looks like it might be Kyle Wong, but here comes Lucas Brown now into the final stages now, and an excellent swim. 2:19.19 for Lucas Brown. A good finish from Calvin McDonald, but he did leave it too late, and it is Kyle Wong just getting the touch over Leighton Burr. But 2:27.18 from the first heat. Alex Scott may well take the bronze medal in that one.
Yeah, well, that's the first time we've seen that happen this morning. Someone from the first heat there putting it out there and ending up with a medal. That's what you can do if you're willing to go for it in that first heat and attack and push yourself all the way down the final length, set the standard, and he's done the job.
He did indeed. Alex Scott, he'll be delighted with that one, winning that from the first heat, and also delighted will be Lucas Brown.
Yeah, I mean, what, 2:19, he was entered on 2:21 short course performance from his regional heat, and to drop to 2:19, he'll be delighted with that. Just outside the meet record. I think he just fell away a little bit at the end, off the pace of that, but a great swim nonetheless.
Absolutely, half a second outside that record time, so not far away at all. And a good finish from Calvin McDonald as well to claim second position. Looked strong at the end there. Boy's 16 years now. And lane 0, Kyle Gemmell. Lane 1, James Clemenson. Lane 2, Lewis Hay. Lane 3, Sam Curry. Lane 4, Owen Carroll. Lane 5, Rhys Ferguson. Lane 6, Blair Wardlaw. Lane 7, Adam Ritchie. 8 sees Matthew Heasley, and 9, Lex Garrett. Those are 10 swimmers in this first heat. And Owen Carroll from Strathallan leading them through the first 50. It's all much of a muchness really for second position. Very close between all the rest of the swimmers in this field. But the leader is Owen Carroll. Maybe Sam Curry coming through a little bit strongly as well. One lane up from Owen Carroll, but Owen Carroll has a good few body lengths lead here ahead of the rest of the fields. They come down to the halfway point. Strathallan swimmer, well, I wonder if he's got designs on emulating what Alex Scott did in that previous heat, winning a medal from heat 1.
Well, he's having a go, isn't he? He's doing really well at the 100-metre mark. Taking it out there, Owen Carroll. Lane 3 starting to make a little bit of an impression as well. Sam Kerry from Perth, possibly swim at the same club, these two boys, albeit Owen's at Strathallan School, where he's probably coached by Elaine Johnston up there. They've got a swim program. It's where Duncan Scott came out of, Strathallan, and Scott McClay, so produced some good swimmers in its time. And Owen's still going for it here, although it looks like he's slowing down a bit.
Yeah, certainly a good pedigree that Strathallan have had over the years. Owen Carroll trying to continue that, and he's just about got the edge over Sam Curry, but Sam Curry has been closing back almost that entire previous 50 metres. I wonder if he's going to time it absolutely perfectly. Owen Carroll, well, we'll be able to see Sam Curry just out of the side of his vision, I'm sure. I suppose that's the advantage of backstroke. You'll just be able to see the chasing pack. Whether you can do anything about it is another matter. And Owen Carroll is just about going to hold on to this lead now, with Sam Curry in second position. The two pink caps are going to be in first and second, 2:25 and 2:26 respectively. And in third, it is Adam Ritchie, just ahead of Kyle Gemmell.
Excellent swimming from the Perth and Strathallan swimmers there.
So 2:25.
2:25 setting the standard for the second heat to go for. So the second heat coming up now.
Greer van der Meulen, Sterling High in 0, Lucas Grieve in 1, Robert Burgess in 2, Callum Dunn in 3, Sam Glass in 4, Ryan King in 5, Ewan Houston in 6, Cameron Palmer in 7, Ewan Duns in 8, and Jack Brown in lane number 9. Again, Sam Glass, favourite for this one with that entry time of 2:14.49, but Ryan King not too far behind. You would think it might be a tussle between the two in the centre lanes, in those yellow lanes in the middle of the pool, lane 4 and 5.
Yeah, I would expect that to be the case here, and already Sam Glass off to a great start, very strong first 25 metres.
Yeah, really got out the blocks very quickly indeed. Sam Glass, Callum Dunn going well in lane number 3, and Ryan King can have to play a little bit of catch up as they come into the first turn here. Sam Glass with a big lead after 50, a couple of seconds almost an advantage. Jack Brown going very well right down there in lane number 9 to claim second place at that very early stage.
Yeah, Sam Glass certainly setting his stall out here, dominating this race so far with the intention to win the gold medal. Maybe he can even approach the Scottish record, although it is a tough time of 2:10. But he's on the kind of pace, if he could hold pace in the second half, he wouldn't be far away from that. Although it's going to be difficult. He's turned at 1:04.51, 3 seconds clear of Callum Dunn in lane 3 and Ryan King in lane 5.
Yeah, incredibly strong performance there for Sam Glass, and look like there's absolutely no one going to touch him now as he comes into this final turn. But we'll keep a little eye on the clock. It might just be out with his grasp here, that record time of 2:10.10, but he's absolutely dominating this one. It looks like he's going to win this one very comfortably. The real battle is who's going to get second, because Callum Dunn is just ahead of the likes of Ryan King, Cameron Palmer and Ewan Duns.
Yeah, Sam Glass, no doubt about this, he's going to win this. I think he's just going to be outside that record time, but the Burramuir Summer is a class apart here, looking very strong. It's long, smooth stroke as he comes into the final 10 metres. The race is on for the medals though.
Yeah, into the final couple of metres now, a couple of strokes left for Sam Glass. He will take this one comfortably in 2:15. Second place, it looks like Callum Dunn might just cake that one ahead of Ewan Duns. It is Sam Glass, Callum Dunn and Ewan Duns in first, second and third position. So well done, Sam, a dominant performance there. And Callum Dunn finishing very well for second place, and Ewan Duns in third spot. So no doubt about the winner from the very early stages, and he really got out the blocks quickly.
He wasn't messing around, he was straight at it on the first stroke, and was never headed. Good performance from Sam Glass there. One heat to go of the 200 backstroke. This is the 17 to 19-year-olds.
Yeah, Felix Hale up there in lane number 0, Yasin O'Neill in lane number 1, Ross Errants in lane number 2, Ewan Mcdonald in lane number 3, Jack Munsey in lane 4, Thomas Coates in 5, Colin Massey in 6, Kerr Lumsden in 7, Jonathan Venter in 8, and Finlay Strachan in lane number 9. Second time this morning we've seen Jack Munsey in the pool. It was silver medal in the very first boys event of today. He's going to go one better here in this 200 metres backstroke.
Well, he is the best ranked 200 metre backstroke swimmer in this event by a significant margin, but Ewan McDonald, Thomas Coates, Conor Massey are all excellent backstrokers in their own right. Conor Massey particularly good over 50 and 100 metres. Can he step up here in the long course 200? But Jack Munsey, it is just ahead at the moment from Thomas Coates in the middle of the pool.
Yeah, Thomas Coates and Jack Munsey absolutely together here as they come down to the halfway point. Ewan Mcdonald and Connor Massey and Kerr Lumsden still very much in the mix. So 5 swimmers pretty much all together there. Thomas Coates leads them over with Jack Munsey in second place. I wonder if anyone going to try and make a move here. Also going well, Connor Massey holding on here, and Connor Massey maybe challenging for the lead here.
Yeah, Connor's been training very well. He's a Glasgow swimmer, coached by Danielle Brayson here in this pool, and he's really challenging Jack Munsey and Thomas Coates now with 50 metres to go. It's all these three turn exactly together, less than a tenth of a second between the three of them. Who can take it down the final 50?
Oh wow, what a finishing prospect here. It's that pink cap of Jack Munsey really ramping up the stroke rate now. Thomas Coates now in second position. Looks like they've got the better of Connor Massey now. It's going to be a head-to-head again. Jack Munsey knows all about head-to-heads. He was on the wrong end of one of those head-to-heads earlier today. Is he going to be on the right end here? It's stroke for stroke here. Absolutely together. Munsey and Coates. And it goes to Jack Munsey by 3/100ths of a second. Wow, what a finish from Jack Munsey. You could not see it from the naked eye, but the electronic timing tells us that Jack Munsey is on the right end this time. He will take the gold ahead of Thomas Coates and Connor Massey in third place. But what a finish between these two.
Yeah, very close there. Only 3/100ths in it. All came down to that finish, proving again how vital it is to get your hand on the wall, get that last stroke as hard as possible, and not just touch the pad, but touch the pad with significant pressure as well. Make sure that you stop the clock at the earliest possible opportunity. Connor Massey held on for the bronze with a 2:12, and he was about several seconds clear of Ewan Mcdonald in fourth.
Well, a cracking race to finish the 200 backstroke there. That was an absolute sensational finish there from Jack Munsey. He's been, as I said, very similar to that 400 that we saw. The two swimmers heading for the wall absolutely together, but Jack Munsey got the touch there right at the end. Excellent swim from Jack Munsey. Move on to medal presentations now. Final set of medal presentations for the older age groups. Remember, we've got the younger age groups finals to come immediately after these medal presentation. I want to swim from this young man, Alex Scott from Dumfries High School, winning that medal. An incredible 6 seconds improvement on his entry time and winning the medal from Heat 1. Brilliant.
Yeah, it was a really good swim, and I hope he's happy with that.
Like Calvin McDonald taking the silver medal position and Lucas Brown taking that gold medal. Swimmer from Elgin taking it about 3.5 second advantage at the end of the day for Lucas. Great swim.
Yeah, it was excellent swimming that. I was really impressed with the way he went about that swim. Long, smooth stroke, and he held it and kept his power going and stuck at it all the way.
Next presentation is for the 15-16 years age group. Swimmers just appearing on the, getting themselves sorted out. Bit of confusion there. Ewan Dons taking the bronze medal. Just winning the bronze. Close contest there with Lucas Grieve and Ryan King. Silver medalist was Callum Dunn from Kyle Academy. And again, another real dominant performance. Sam Glass from Burmuir. We've seen some close races today, Ian, and we've also seen some races where they've been absolutely dominated by sensational swims.
Yeah, yeah. You know, it's been a very good morning swimming so far. Some really excellent performances. Been quite impressed, to be honest with you, with a lot of the guys who've been finishing up there in the medal positions, the way they've swam their races, the technical standards they were displaying. You know, there's a lot of positive commitment to their swims, and that's good to see.
Now, final set of medals. Cora Massey taking that bronze medal for Glasgow Academy. Thomas Coates, well, silver medalist this time, but only by 3/100ths of a second. That was the margin between Thomas Coates and Jack Munsey, and Jack Munsey taking a gold medal this time. Smile on the face of Jack Munsey. He's on the top spot this time.
Yeah, good job again from those boys. Jack Munsey, one of the better 200 backstroke swimmers in Scotland. And we go on to, we got 4 50-meter finals now. Backstroke and breaststroke for 12 and under girls and 12 and under boys.
Yeah, already had their swims this morning. And there is the lineup for the first final. The girls 12 and under, 50 metres backstroke. Emma Jupp, Irene Ferris, Ellie McNichol, Caitlin Reid, Isla Dobson, Phoebe Arbuckle, Isla Witten, Isla Gilmurray, Miriam McConnell and Molly Poyser down at the bottom. Very, very close here. With the exception of Isla Dobson, who swam 35.58, everyone else in the 37-second range.
Yeah, so well, it's a matter of whether Isla Dobson can repeat that. If she does, she's likely to win the race. Or is it a case of, can anyone else on the 37-second range step up to challenge Isla and drop that time down?
Well, Isla Dobson will start as favourite, that is for sure. Can anyone challenge? She has a good 2.5 advantage over the rest of the field in terms of qualification. She goes in lane number 4. That light blue cap next to the red cap of Phoebe Arbuckle in lane number 5. And a good start also for lane number 3. Caitlin Reid going well in the early stages, but Isla Dobson just about getting into a stroke now, just about pulling through into the lead. Caitlin Reid is still right there. Ellie McNichol in lane number 2 as well, trying to challenge, but it does look like Isla Dobson maybe just with the advantage here ahead of Caitlin Reid. One lane up from her. Ellie McNichol as well, but it is going to be Isla Dobson will take this one. She stretches for the wall. 34.98. Isla Dobson will take it. She is the Scottish Schools champion. Caitlin Reid in second and Irene Ferris in third, just winning the bronze medal by 1/100th of a second from Ellie McNichol.
Yeah, I mean, most of the girls in that, certainly the top 5, all improved their performance from the heats, and you know, you can't ask much more than that. If you go fast in the heats and then go faster in the final, you've got to be happy no matter what position you come. And it was so close after Isla coming in at the 34, the others are coming in on 36 seconds. It was such a tight finish there. But good swimming, very good swimming. And we'll now see what the boys can do.
Absolutely. Thomas Pritchard goes in lane 0, Declan Clay in 1, James Geddes in 2, Lewis Stevenson in 3, Corey Phillips set a new schools record in qualification. He goes in 4, Oscar Churnside in 5, Ethan Collins in 6, Toby Willock in 7, Tom Jeffords in 8 and Aaron Drake in lane number 9.
Well,
So Corey Phillip
set a record in the heats, didn't he?
Yeah, 33.40 for Corey Phillip. I wonder if he can follow that one up. Another record here in the final. This is where it counts. This is where the medals are decided. And goes in that centre lane. Oscar Churnside alongside him. Corey Phillip had a big advantage after the qualification heats. Wonder if anyone can pull out something special here in this final. Corey Phillip and Oscar Churnside pretty close in the early stages here, but up and into the stroke, Corey Phillip, like really high turnover here, really powerful stuff for Corey Phillips. Surely he's on his way to taking the Scottish Schools title. Also going well, Lewis Stevenson in line number 3, one line up from Corey Phillips, but it is going to be Corey Phillips who's going to take this one. The swimmer from Lawhead is going to take this one comfortably, and it is another Scottish record time for Corey Phillips, 32.93, a half a second improvement on what he did in the qualification heats. Lewis Stevenson in silver and Oscar Churnside with the bronze.
Yeah, really impressive swimming from Corey Phillips. 32.9 was in it. The record was 34 before today. He's dropped it to 33. Now he's dropped it to 32, and he was 3 seconds clear of Lewis Stevenson, who also swam really well, dropping another second off his heat time to get the silver medal. So fantastic swimming from those boys. Switches round now. We've got the boys 50-metre breaststroke 12 and under final.
There's the swimmers in this one. Connor Christopheros in line 0, Aidan Bruce in 1, Sam Cool in 2, Josh Elliott in 3, Gregor Ross in 4, Ewan Weir in 5, Callum MacArthur in 6, Matthew Payton in 7, Finch Geary in 8, and Lewis Gibson in lane number 9. 3 swimmers under the 40-second mark. That was Gregor Ross, Ewan Weir and Josh Elliott. The leading 2, Gregor Ross and Ewan Weir, just separated by 3/100ths of a second. Can anyone else step up here? Callum MacArthur not too far behind, may well challenge for the medals. But really, after the top 3, it's pretty close in terms of time, just a couple of seconds separating everyone. So Gregor Ross and Ewan Weir in those centre lanes. The 2 yellow markers, the 2 City of Glasgow caps going side by side here. Started well, as also Josh Elliott, that multicoloured cap, one line up for him. Sam Coe as well in lane number 2. Absolutely everyone in contention here. Ewan Weir going well in lane number 5. The 2 City of Glasgow caps and Josh Elliott and Sam Coe coming in towards the finish here. It looks like it might be Gregor Ross who maybe just gets the edge in the final stages here. It looks like Gregor Ross is just about going to take it. He does take it in 38.66, just ahead of Josh Elliott and Ewan Weir in 3rd position there, but it was very, very tight, but Gregor Ross just had enough to take that.
Excellent swimming from Gregor Ross and Josh Elliott and Ewan Weir, all improving from the heat times, dropping into 38, making a real close race for that. It's fantastic to see that from those boys.
And that's really what you have to do, isn't it, Ian? You did 39 in qualification, you've got to step it up again in that final.
Yeah, you have to. If you have to find a way to do that, even if you are all out in the heats, you've got to try and learn from it and find an improvement, something you can get better at, whether it's the start or the finish or your technique in between, you know, and spot that wall at the end. And it came down to spotting that wall as to who would get the medals there.
Well, final swimming action of this morning. Stay with us, of course, for the presentations for these events. It's the girls 50 metres breaststroke, 12 and under. Kaylin Chan, Maya Smith and the Zila Gerazamuka, Millen Gibb, Millie Barton, Alice Cumming, Madeline Patterson, Kimberly Willis, Ada Broden and Rebecca Strachan. I think again, really all to play for here. Millie Barton was the fastest from the heats, so that 0.2 of an advantage over Alice Cumming, but that's absolutely nothing. Comes to the final here. 4 and 5, Millie Barton and Alice Cumming, with Mirren Gibb, the only other swimmer under the 42nd mark. But a good start there in lane number 5. Very good off the blocks for Alice Cummings, giving herself a great chance here. Millie Barton playing catch up in the early stages here. They come down to halfway Alice Cumming, that red cap, just leading Millie Barton with a blue cap. Maren Gibb, a silver cap in contention now. It could well be Millie Barton coming through, just overtaking Alice Cumming now. Alice Cumming trying to come back with that red cap. Has Alice Cumming got anything left in these closing stages now? All on the finish now. It may well be Millie Barton will take it, and it's Alice Cumming takes it on the touch. Well, what a finish, and look at her face, she can hardly believe it. Alice Cumming with her mouth wide open there in astonishment. She takes the title, 39.14, ahead of Millie Barton and Maren Gibb.
Very, very close again. Alice Cumming and Millie Barton swimming extremely well there, 39 seconds. It was a tight race. All the way through that field, and it took her 39 to get the gold medal. Not as much of a drop in that one as we saw in the other 50-meter races there. Some girls similar on their heat performances, and some a little bit slower. But a good morning of swimming.
It was indeed. Great way to finish, an excellent win there. And here's the 12-year-olds and unders. Irene Fellis from St Lucy's taking the bronze medal. This is the presentation for the 50 metres backstroke. 12 and under. And Caitlin Reid taking the silver medal there. What the favourite, the fastest swim qualification. She backed that up really well in the final. Isla Dobson from Hutchinson Grammar taking the gold medal. Really good swim from Isla Dobson.
Yeah, she's a great prospect there, doing very well. I think she's out of, she's swimming for Hutchinson's Grammar, yeah. Very good swim from her.
Now the boys, well, again, one of the impressive swims of the morning. We've seen a number of Scottish records, and this young man's got two.
Yeah. This is outstanding from Corey Phillip, 32.9, 50 backstroke. I mean, it's a 50-meter race. He was 3 seconds clear.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't see that very often, even at this young age.
So Oscar Churnside with the bronze, Lewis Stevenson with the silver. But another Scottish schools record, 2 in a day for Corey Phillip of Lowhead. And he looks, I'm not sure if he looks happy or not with his mornings, but he looks satisfied, you would say, wouldn't you? With his mornings. Well, there we go, a little bit of a smile there for Corey. Well done. Superb. 2 superb performances there. As you said earlier, Ian, he's really improved that record. And it stood from the morning.
That, to be honest with you. 32.9 after going 33 in the heats. And, you know, he rates up the stroke, but it's also a nice technical smooth stroke with a high stroke rate. And that allows him to get the fast time, no doubt. And he obviously works very hard in training as well.
A couple of City of Glasgow t-shirts on the podium.
Yeah, good to see these two boys getting a medal. Gregor Ross, the gold medalist. Ewan Weir picking up the bronze.
Yeah. Josh Elliott, the silver from Dean Park.
Yeah, Josh Elliott swam very well. He's a good, powerful stroke.
Yeah, and these are your 3 medalists, Ewan Weir, Josh Elliott and Gregor Ross in the centre. Nice cheesy grin there from Gregor Ross.
I mean, Gregor will be delighted to win that race.
He certainly looks like he's delighted, yeah. And the medalist, the final presentation of this morning's session is that cracking race that we saw there. Maren Gibb taking the bronze medal for Belmont, and the silver medal, well, Maren Gibb taking that bronze medal, silver medal now going to Millie Barton, and I thought Millie might just have taken that one, but Alice Cumming from Hermitage Primary School, she was open-mouthed at the end. She could hardly believe what she'd done, and Alice Cumming is the Scottish Schools champion in the girls 12 and under 50 metres breaststroke. She could hardly believe that she came back. She was behind going into that last stroke, but she must have just timed it to perfection.
She swam extremely well. Sometimes you don't know that you're doing that, and when you come to the finish, you're not sure where everyone else is. So it's only when you look around at the clock that you see the result. So obviously, she's going away delighted today.
Well, that is the final action of this morning's session here at the Brodies Scottish Schools Championship Session 1. And many thanks for your company. What's your highlight been? Your one highlight? If you had to pick one thing, what do you think it was from this morning's session?
I was very, very impressed with Corey Phillips' 50 backstroke there. That was probably the swim of the morning for me, well, the two swims, he did it in the heats and he improved it again in the final. He broke the competition record. I also think comment there for Lucy Grieve with a 101 for the 100 butterfly. That was also a very top class swim. That would be hold up in any senior final in the UK, that would, so it's good to see Lucy swimming so well, and some good prospects there for Scotland across the board there, good standard of swimming this morning, so let's hope it carries on this afternoon and tonight.
Absolutely, and now a couple of sessions to come, and you can join us on the live stream for the next session at 1:15 local time here in Glasgow, so you've got almost a couple of hours rest for some lunch and refreshment. And on the live stream will be Commonwealth Games champion Dan Wallace this afternoon, so look forward to seeing what Dan's saying.
I'm going to make a few other things, so you'll have Dan's company.
Well, thank you very much, Ian, for your company. It's been a great session. Join us at 1:15 for session 2. So it's goodbye from Tollcross for now. See you soon.